noises, we can't hear him.
Damn it! Professional! I'll get it right. So, back again. Welcome to week 5 of Shadowguard, in this very professional stream, with all of our new fancy things, thanks to Charlie, and we have a cat, at least one of them. We also have a tiny Paco, which we never get to see.
Paco.
I believe the proper term is bag dog.
I don't know if Paco's ever gotten a dog, but gotten in a purse.
Purse dog. There you go.
So, welcome though to week 5. We got a new intro, we got new splash screens, be right back stuff, all thanks to Charlie, which is much appreciated. Charlie, got any announcements? Anything new kind of going on right now?
No, I'm excited to be here playing D&D. Nothing new.
Right, cool.
Same old.
Jazzy or Nick, do you have anything going
Other
on?
than the excitement of you calling me by my real name, no, nothing new.
He just doxed you so hard.
Okay. Well, then I guess we can kind of kick right back into the wonders that you guys got to experience from the last session on a quick recap.
Oh, God.
So, you guys completed your first quest as part of the Shadowguard after kind of a rough little bump in the road after 2 players' deaths, and then their eventual return.
Just a slight bump.
Just a slight bump, thanks to Lukewarm Runner making a deal with some unknown shady fellow in the basement of a shady bar.
Yep, smile and nod.
Yep.
Thinking,
After that, you guys headed over to Bar Glory's Scroll, which is an inn between Valden and East Hollow at the fork in the road, where you guys did a little bit of investigation on people who had red eyes, which after a little bit of coercing from a group that you found that had them after a couple days, you ventured out and found a graveyard. Within that... we lost Jazz.
Jazzy.
Cameras, we messed up for a second, guys. I apologize till she returns. I probably just crashed on her. There she is. Upon your arrival at the place where he mentioned a bunch of rocks, it turns out it was an ancient graveyard.
No biggie.
Not a big deal at all. You guys spent some time kind of wandering around exploring there, let the guy go, until a massive wave of thick fog came rushing at you, which you all attempted to flee from. And all got away except for Luke, who tripped over one of the gravestones that was hidden in some grass, and came out with red eyes.
yeah, whatever. No matter.
A little more investigation. You guys found a way to handle it. You also found that there is a slumbering or resting mullah, thanks to L, decisive investigations. You went about setting a way to at least shorten it or increase and extend its time in the grave instead of rising, by placing basically a temple or a shrine right above where it's located at. And that will buy you guys some time for a while. After that, you headed back to Whiteboro, where you ran into the lovely man who is on a mission like no other. Osgood Fairweather, the Paladin who his goal is to starve out the vampires in the only way that he knows possible, by deflowering all the maidens in the land. Because, as you know, vampires can only feast on virgin blood, according to him.
We made him clarify, only female virgin.
Correct. Only female virgin blood.
Yeah.
I respect his mission.
Thanks to Luke's idea, he is now joining you to Wolfpine to investigate a girl who has supposedly the ability to control. And well, we don't know if it's a maiden yet. He will take his time and investigate and determine. But right now he's joining you on your mission. Just you guys can kind of keep an eye on him, see how he's going. For combat, Magnus or Charlie will be the one playing him in combat. I will play him out of combat. That way I don't have to worry about more stuff. Outside of that...
Every turn he's going to bash himself in the head.
And he's done. So, yeah, you guys had not left Whiteboro yet, I believe. You basically kind of finished with you going, yes, you can come with us. And I think then you rested for the night where you got your experience. You all leveled up.
Right.
Yep.
Good question. Did my lockbox ever get finished?
I think yeah, I remember the lockbox you were trying to make.
I don't remember that.
He was making
was
it? He went to the blacksmith in like the second session.
You don't remember that because you died. Remember?
Yeah, that's it. That makes perfect sense.
And you kind of weren't there at the time of purchase.
Yeah.
Is that done yet? Can I attach that to the wagon?
Yeah, it's been roughly. It was 2 days. 1 day.
You said it was 10 days.
It's been 10 days solo since you guys. So yeah, it's been more than enough time for him to craft the lock or the. I don't know if it was a lockpick or just locks, but
No, it was a safe.
That right, so you could weld it to the ground or something like that.
Attach.
Yes.
So we have a safe place to store stuff.
Store stuff while you guys go out adventuring, and it can't be stolen by other people. That's what you did. Yes, that is completed by this time.
Awesome. I'm going to spend this time attaching it to the stolen or borrowed wagon.
You don't know it's borrowed and or stolen. It's Magnus's wagon, as far as you know, unless he has shared that information otherwise with you.
I don't believe he would.
It's mine. I got it fair and square, legally.
Legally, yes. He specified legally when he told you he got it.
That's right. I came about this.
Yeah. And I know when you use words like legally.
Yeah, he got it legally. That's exactly what it means.
Sure.
As far as the government's concerned, I got it legally.
Okay. So you got your little safe that you're able to now tether into place. And then you have what are the other two? You guys wake up in the morning, you have your lunch. Theron kind of gives you your options on traveling to Wolfpine. Traveling by, I believe you just go by the going down to Oswald and heading south, I think is what your guys' plan was. It saves you about a week trip to get to Wolfpine by going through the wilderness at that point. Of course, as always, it is much more dangerous through the woods and the grasslands than it is taking the roads that are patrolled. So, Magnus
What's the
L.
fastest way?
Fastest way for you was going down to Oswald, is what you guys decided, and then heading south. You'll have to cross a river and go through a forest on the way there.
To Oswald, and then we're going to just basically take the blue trail the whole way, right?
Is that your plan? Because you go to the blue trail, it goes all the way down around, and then you cut across. Whereas Oswald, it's a straight shot. It'll take about an extra week to go the other way.
Let's take the fast way. Don't you know that, often the shortest way is the simplest way, and often the simplest way, is kind of the best way? Don't you know?
What do you think, Jazzy? The fast way didn't turn out so good last time.
Yeah, L.
I don't know who you're talking to. Are you talking to L?
L, damn it. I always do that. What do you think, L?
I would much rather take the long way, the safe way.
I listen to her now. We do what she says now.
If something bad happens, next time you gotta listen to me, because, that's only fair.
I'm not doing that again. Learn my lesson. You'll have to regrow my trust, Luke.
Regrow, not regain. Completely different.
That's right. You'll need to plant that seed all over again.
Thank you.
Well, I don't really have much of a choice here, because it's a democracy, apparently, and not a dictatorship, so, I guess you'll just do it, whatever you guys want to do.
Well, look, how do you expect to get Jericho through the wilderness anyway? And I turn and slap the big black mule on the ass.
We can kind of get some, floaties or something there and, kind of, make a nice little buffer, like a bumper, for him to, so things just kind of repel off of him, don't you know? That's kind of what they do there where I come from, at least, for the horses.
That's actually interesting. We'll keep that in mind for later. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Are you all packed and ready? L, Luke? To Wolfpine?
You don't actually have to ask me twice.
Well, you didn't say yes.
But, I thought it was kind of implied there.
All right, well, let's go. Magnus starts like grabbing his backpack and all that stuff, you know, loading up the cart,
Okay.
ready to leave.
Oh, just so you know, I kind of put a lock here there on the, the little box here, so you can kind of keep your safety things there. Stuff safe, or like your pudding, or your potions, or sometimes some of the other things that are important to you. Little bits and pieces there.
Okay. You can keep your pudding in there. I'm good.
Okay. So you guys are going to take the long way around. Not a bad decision, if I do say.
Sticking to the roads.
As we said, that like quick flashback of Luke literally dragging your bodies.
Nope, they don't know about that.
Well, we
The only
as the audience has the flashback.
So the only flashback I have is being dragged into the woods by.
It is
You were dead before
a
that.
2-week journey. You guys will be stopping in Valden, Ostwald, Linwall, and then you will be going further south till you hit a small like dirt road or like gravel road to Wolfpine. Is there anything you guys wish to stop in and gather information in any of these towns, or you
No.
just try to like plow through them really quick? Any supplies you wish to buy in town before you leave? It is a 2-week journey, so you may need rations for that time frame.
Yeah, let me check my rations. I was just trying to find my notes real
And
quick.
Damn.
potion.
How many rations are we gonna have to buy for this entire trip?
Dave,
And how much will it cost?
a ration, I believe.
There and back. Taking the long way.
You're assuming it's a month trip. It's 4 weeks, and that's without any extra travel. So you're assuming a ration. I believe a ration's a gold each. Or maybe it's 2 days.
It's a month round trip, you mean?
Round trip, yes. 4 weeks. So
The gold for a day?
yeah, I believe so.
That is so expensive for food.
I will. It's really good food. I'm gonna double check. It might be only 5
It's
silver.
really good food.
That's me. I'm going to be spending, like 30 gold to survive for a long
Rations one day, 5 silver piece, half a gold.
So it's
per
half
day.
a gold. So
2
it'll
pounds
cost
per
you.
ration.
It'll cost you 7 gold pieces to for 14 days. So I can't math here. So it'll cost you 14 gold for there and back without any extra days outside of town. So if you're in towns, we're going to assume that's just part of your daily cost. So you have at least 3 days of rations that are kind of covered when you guys travel for the couple silver.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy 10 days of no, 20 gold would
I
be
did.
40 days of rations. I don't know if I can hold that much actually.
You have your mule. Are you guys bringing the mule and cart?
yeah, we.
Yeah, we're
I
going
guess
by
that's
road.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm gonna have 40 rations, but I'm not gonna. It says I'm over capacity, but I'm not.
Okay, that's fine.
So I spent 20 gold total.
We're gonna assume some of it's in the cart and whatnot,
Sure.
yeah, if need be. I'm not super worried unless you guys get ridiculous on like capacity stuff. I don't really mind if you're like prepping
Yeah.
for like this type of stuff. Not a big deal.
Well, that's why I like having the cart. You know, you're not as stealthy, but you don't ever have to fiddle with your encumbrance, basically.
Yeah, agreed. So, go ahead.
Nothing. I'm just trying to find my damn notebook for this campaign. Here it is. I have one notebook that I set aside for notes just for this campaign, and
I
now
actually
I can't find it.
want to make a note is that this is the first campaign I've ever ran where someone actually finally took notes.
Nice.
I always like to remember everything.
This is how you play good D&D.
This
kids.
is nice. I like this.
That's how you play good D&D right there.
Or you just get, a better memory and just remember everything. Actually, that's not true, Aaron. I ran a game where I kept everything in an Excel spreadsheet.
I don't
Oh,
know.
that's even better than notes, man. That's a fucking chart.
You just gotta get a
Yeah,
one
man.
note like
Pie
thing
graphs.
for it.
All sorts of good stuff. What more could you want?
Okay. So,
All right. I'm ready. I got
L,
my
Luke, is there anything you guys are buying before you leave Whiteboro? Potions, rations, what?
I think just my rations. Do I need to roll for potion availability? I guess I'd like to
No.
buy a healing
Typically, you can find. I mean, they usually have a few on hand. So, like, if you were trying to find like 2 or so, you could probably easily do that, especially in Whiteboro. And like
potion. 50 GP each.
50 GP each. It's
just
pretty
gotta get
standard
one.
production and supply and demand there. They may be more in villages, just
Okay.
because there's less of a demand and very low
Sure.
supply also.
That makes sense. All right, so I'm just gonna buy
There's
one.
less-
Very, very low.
Demand,
Sorry,
less
there's more
supply.
demand, but there's very, very low supply.
Right.
So
I feel like
I don't know how I worded that weirdly, but you know.
I don't know about L, but Magnus is gonna go to the old apothecary, ye old apothecary, and buy one healing potion.
I probably should.
I ain't buying shit. I already have two.
Perfect.
So Luke and Elle, you're good on rations.
I just
No.
put all my rations then. Yeah.
How many rations you got?
I've got the full time there.
Okay, so you're gonna spend 14 gold. Okay, and
I
Elle,
got some extra too, just in case.
No, I spent 7 gold for the 2 weeks there.
For 40.
2 weeks just to get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm over you, Elle.
I have pudding the last meal on the way back.
If you're not sure, it'd be safe at least to buy the 7 gold to get there. Just to,
Okay.
and you probably it's really only 11, but you get those couple extra days, and then obviously on the way back, if you need to go on the way back, you can buy some in Wolfpine. They most likely have some kind of like deer jerky or some kind of fish, like salted fish.
Okay, so then I'll be buying a health potion and 14 days.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
7 gold, and it's 50 gold for the 1 potion.
57 total.
Yep.
You got it. I got extra coin if anybody needs it.
Does not look like it. All right. So you are on your way.
Heck yes.
Okay. So even though we are traveling on road, there is still a chance of dangers of things skipping past patrols, bandits, and whatnot. So who is going to be my survival check person? If someone has land vehicles as a
How about we
proficiency,
make the Paladin do it?
He does have land.
he does.
now.
He'd have advantage on the roll. That's kind of what I was going to go with on that.
Yeah,
I have a decent natural survival, but I'm not proficient. And I thought I was proficient with land vehicles, but I guess.
I think
I am.
Okay, so
I am.
you would have advantage if you wanted to do it also. I believe that Osgood is proficient in survival also, so I think he has a +3.
His proficient survival is the same as my natural. What a little.
Dang right.
Um,
He's charismatic,
but-
not wise.
we'll go ahead and let him roll it though. I
Okay.
guess. Why not? And you said he has advantage, right?
Correct.
On land vehicles or survival or both?
Well, for the survival, he'll have advantage because he has the land vehicle proficiency.
Gotcha.
18. Okay, so as you guys are traveling, Osgood kind of fills you in on more of the details of like what he's found and like how well his mission's going. And you kind of
Exploits.
his mission, not his exploits. He doesn't go into detail or like that. He just explains. He even explains that when someone really doesn't believe him, he summons a zone of truth, casts a spell for it, and then tells them and explains it to them in the truth, so that way they know that he is not lying in any such way, and this is what he believes.
Oh man.
So
That's a show of confidence there.
yes, it is. He is very adamant about his mission, and he does what he can, and he's done quite well. He hasn't convinced every woman in every town, and he knows there are some in the wilderness that, like in their own little huts and whatnot, that he will have to handle at some point. But that's why he went to Whiteborough, because it was the largest area, and he figured that was his best bet to.
He figured he could
He
knock
do the
out
most
the most
do the
virgins,
most
yeah.
do the
It's
most
the
damage in
numbers game,
Whiteborough.
my
It
friend.
is
It's how you
exactly.
play it.
He has the shortest conversion time.
Exactly. That's why he was there. That was until the guard picked him up for soliciting, and
Rightly so.
then because of what they heard, they decided to send him over to you guys instead of putting him in the normal like jail cell, and for you to handle. Okay. You guys travel most of the way through Walden, Oswald, and Linwall with no real issues. You see some patrols on the way. They greet you kindly. They are the Greylaws, just as random, kind of like the police force guild or the guard duty guild.
How many days does it take us to get there?
It takes you roughly. Let's see here. Let's math this out. I gotta actually really math it. I mean, it's a 14-day. You roughly take about 10 days to get that far.
Okay.
9-10 days.
10 of my rations already? Ooh. And then how much do
It'll
we
be-
have to spend on inns on the way?
It'd be 6 silver total. You guys aren't these aren't like super great inns, but they're decent, and they have some okay food. So that kind of covers your, stays during those places.
All right.
In Valden, you are also informed that the work towards the shrine has begun, but it will take some time for them to finish repairing it at the gravesite, which I also have marked on your guys' map. If you have not noticed now, there is a little like obelisk symbol on the map between Valden and East Hollow, where you can now see where that graveyard is at.
Oh, look at that.
So you guys have a little marker.
Look at that. Right here.
I should probably move your token. Why can't I move the token on the screen? I can't.
I don't know. I can't either.
There we go. I have to give access to everybody on that one. I don't know why I didn't. Party icon. Edit.
Give us
all
some travel music, bro.
This is travel music in this land. No.
I need
I couldn't hear it, but now I hear it. It's fitting.
Oh man. Yeah. So you make it to Linwall with no real issue. And you just stop here really quick, regather supplies. There's no real news unless you guys are trying to gather any. And you can just head off. I will need another survival check at this point from our trusty Paladin to see how the rest of the trip goes.
Alright, that was good. Not bad.
Osgood is on top of things. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, your trip goes quite well. You eventually travel south. The road starts getting a little thick, a little harder to see once you get into the forest to the south.
Did you just say the road gets
Like, the forest gets thick, so it gets hard to see. I'm sorry, I'm a little off today, apparently.
That's all right.
Yes, it gets thick. But yes, the forest gets thick. But Osgood's able to lead you through it properly and find the gravel dirt road heading to Wolfpine. And
Yeah, I prefer to say Wolfpine
Wolfpine?
because that's how I feel like.
That's
people
probably
live
how
there.
they would say it. Yes,
Oh.
exactly. All right.
Welcome
So,
to Wolfpine.
yeah.
Oh my.
Um,
Oh! Rip.
Wood, as you guys travel, you get through the forest with no issue. Would you each give me, when you're about a day out, give me a perception check?
So we're a day out from Linwall now.
About a day out from Linwall at this. Oh no, not from Linwall. You're a day
From our
out.
original set out at Whiteboro,
Well,
right?
no, you are almost to. You are right.
So just
here.
give you the perception roll.
You're about a
I'm
day
just
from
confused.
Wolfpine.
So
So
a day away from Wolfpine.
yeah,
Gotcha.
with you rolled quite well in the survival. So I kind of went with Linwall as one trip, the other survival as the other trip, which thanks to Osgood's great skills, it went by quite peacefully,
All
which is
right.
disappointing for me. Just so you know.
I don't see shit. Don't look at me for anything.
That was actually Osgood's perception roll, not Magnus's.
Okay,
He said. Oh, did you say?
I said
oh,
everybody.
that one?
My
so
bad.
a
I just
3.
No!
Four.
You just
Man,
said me.
it is so good that you guys brought Osgood along, because maybe
Yeah, no shit.
I think it's kind of one of those things where Luke's like, maybe you're in this for the first time ever. You're writing down notes on an idea for a new magic item or a plan, or maybe you're working on your little creature creation you've been kind of toying with for the last while.
Take your pick.
You could be doing any of those things. I think maybe you're snoozing away for a bit, and of course, as Magnus is always, you are literally in your books, note taking, kind of going over what happened in the last place so you don't forget. Maybe preparing a letter for the headquarters in the other country to inform them of what's kind of happening in this area. When Osgood kind of speaks, goes, "Did any of you see that?"
Oh, can I make another perception roll with advantage?
No, as soon as he asks you that, you all kind of look up from what you're doing, and off in the distance you start to see see kind of a reddish glow, and what looks to be kind of like a dark clouds.
Oh, how far over this thing?
About a day, so you're about 12 miles or
Oh,
so.
so something's on fire. That's exactly what I'd love to see.
In the direction of Wolfpine?
You know,
I
I think there's
yes,
fire
I'm-
over there.
Yes, I
You know-
believe so. Maybe we should make haste.
You think we should kind of run faster there, or because we're kind of on a cart, we can't really go as fast as we can only go as fast as old Bessie here can take us. Yeah.
Maybe we should leave him to watch Jericho and just run. We don't.
You-
need
you-
him.
I
I
mean-
don't think that we could run fast enough there.
Maybe we could just hide the mule.
I have a better idea there. I can kind of give the mule a little bit of a kind of a boost there, and it can kind of get us there a little bit faster if you kind of want to do that there.
What are you thinking?
Prepare long strides, slap it on the butt.
you slap the mule Jericho on the butt.
Yep.
Okay.
With the long striders.
What does long stride do? So we all
Drop
know.
it in chat. Yeah.
Yes.
Good old Jericho.
Long strider.
Jericho did not consent to this, man.
He doesn't have a choice.
So you touch a creature, the target speed is increased by 10 feet until the spell ends. So what we're assuming is Jericho, who is a mule, now has an extra 10 feet of movement and can dash constantly the entire way there. He's going to be exhausted by the time he finishes because it's a 12-mile run.
Whatever. He gets an extra 10 feet per thing.
I mean, I'm assuming at some point you're probably going to drop him off before you make it to town.
Sure.
So
All he needs a pinch of dirt.
you grab just a pinch of dirt and just and there's just a handprint as we see running as the dust is slowly flaking off of Jericho's ass. As he's just flying forward, Madness, you're holding on. Elle, you're kind of fully awake finally. As Osgood is just go. You guys get about a hilltop away from Wolfpine when you come over it and you see a bunch of people right at an entrance leading right from the dirt road. From your quick glance, they're just silhouettes, but you can kind of make out weapons and stuff on them.
You got, you think they're kind of evil, or
Yes.
bad guys, or good guys, or do we know, or
Could be friends of Carl.
who's Carl?
You remember Carl? He likes to start angry mobs with torches and weapons. That might be what's going on here.
I don't think Carl could get down here in a very reasonable time frame there. Plus, Carl was kind of busy there with the Rashine, so I think that idea goes the way of the dodo.
I didn't actually literally mean Carl. We just got a new Carl, is what I'm saying.
It's
Angry
new
mobs
Carl.
everywhere we go.
Well, you kind of need to be a little bit more specific when you're speaking there to everybody.
Well, it looks like it could be a battle or a raid as well.
Well, I ask myself, thinking to my brain, how far are they away?
You right now are probably a good 800 feet away.
I think we should kind of move closer so I can give Elle some cover fire there, and then she can go walk up there and sneak up and because that's what she's kind of good at there, kind of blending in. Because if we showed up, we kind of stick out like some orcish thumbs or something, so we should just cover her as she walks up and does everything. Don't you know? Yeah.
So, okay.
Sure.
Okay. So, Elle, so you guys are staying back the 800 feet away.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think Osgood kind of looks and goes, we cannot send a woman, or no offense. We cannot send a single person go and see these people if they are indeed ransacking the town. It's not safe. That's stupid. Maybe she wants to sneak up there. I'm not sure if she's good in that side of way, but and see what's going on.
The best that I know, at least, of doing that.
But I cannot in good conscience let a person go up alone against the countless number of
Is he wearing
people.
plate?
He's wearing chainmail. He's got a shield. He has a battle axe and a morning
disadvantage
star.
on stealth checks.
It does.
If she's gonna sneak up there, I don't think you'd be the best person, to go with her. You're kind of
Good looking, I know.
subtle.
Here's what I have a plan of sorts, if I might.
I'm listening.
Well, I don't think the plan is for Elle to run in there and start attacking people, just to get a look and come back and tell us what's going on, so we have eyes up ahead, right?
Is she just going to walk up there? Or is she going to
Just
cautiously move
wanted
forward?
her to sneak up and scout.
Sneak up and scout. I agree. She could scout. I just do not agree if she's going to just walk up to these people and go like, "Hi, how are you doing?"
No, she's sneaky.
No,
man.
I
Okay,
remember
okay,
Ever
okay.
said that there. You know, you might have, be, as you say, good looking, but I don't think you're very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Charismatic.
Bright?
So anyway, Magnus chimes in. He says, "Also, just in case, I can also do this." And then he like reaches out and touches Elle, and casts dragon breath on her.
Okay. It only lasts for 1 minute. I think you could.
That's all we need, really. 800 feet. You could scout up 800 feet and come back in a minute, right?
She can go 60 feet every 6 seconds. So let's math it out.
60 times 10. is
600. So she could not technically. I mean, she could get 200. She'd be within 200 feet. She probably could tell pretty easy from that far away. Most likely.
Also, did we say we were moving up to 500 feet?
Well, I was gonna say that's you're thinking like in combat movement, like marching pace would be faster than that, wouldn't it? Would it not? I mean, I guess she'll be sneaking too, so combat pace.
She's sneaking and she's
Yeah.
I mean she's dashing also in the same idea, which is why I doubled it. So
Okay,
she's
well,
getting that
then
full.
I'm not gonna cast my dragon's breath on her.
I would say if you guys wanted to move forward, like the 500 feet, and then
Yeah, I need to be able to cover her. That's the whole point of me saying, hey, I can give you cover. Go 500 feet.
Okay. Would you all, if you're going to do that, whoever's going to move up to 500 feet, please give me a stealth check. Because they may not necessarily hear you, but there's definitely a good chance they could see you.
We still have Jericho at this point, right?
Jericho is with you. He's like on the opposite side of a little bit of a hill, so he's technically hidden at the moment.
I'm gonna stay back while you guys sneak up. I'm gonna try and stay in eyesight. Magnus is gonna try and stay in eyesight of Luke if he can. So we're kind of making a little chain up ahead, like a daisy chain here.
You guys have actually moved. I can't.
So I'm gonna stay back with the cart and try and keep eyes on them as they scout ahead. We're gonna do a little leapfrog here.
Okay. You guys are actually right here also. Technically, you're actually right here. You're partially in it. Okay. So go ahead and give me. Luke's giving one. Is Osgood going up with you? I think he would stay back.
He's gonna stay with me.
I think he would stay back.
Magnus is gonna ask him like, "You stay here with me in the ass."
He goes, yes, I agree. Leaving someone behind alone also is a bad idea. So splitting up in this way is the best.
You have a bodyguard.
At least we can keep eyes on them from back here and rush in if we need help.
Agreed. All right. So Luke and Elle, you guys move up quietly. You're just literally slithering through the grass like a snake. As you get within about 200. Luke, I don't know how far away you're actually moving up, but Elle, you move up to your 200 feet or so, and you can see them on a quick glance from how far they still kind of are. They don't look like they're in commoner's clothing. They seem to be in some type of maybe leather armor, and you do see multiple weapons like on their, either like a bow on their back or short swords in their at their sides. You're still not close enough to really confirm exactly who they are, and you can't really make out what they're saying from that far away.
Can I take an action to write a letter?
We're right now in combat, so you can just, if you're going to write a letter, you can write a letter.
Write a letter, wrap it on a bolt. I'm going to shoot it in their general direction.
Okay, what is the letter?
General direction, not at them.
Right. You're gonna like shoot. Is it like you're gonna shoot up in the air so it like lands somewhere kind of close by, but not
In the
so, they
middle
can,
of them. Yes.
so they can't tell where it came from.
Yes. Stealthily.
You're gonna
Okay.
put a letter around a bullet and shoot
What?
It? You're
No,
crazy.
a bolt. He's got a crossbow.
A crossbow. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Okay. What's the letter say?
Type it in chat
Yeah.
while you dictate it. Dictate it as read.
B-U. Hold on.
Be you friendly, or be you not so friendly?
Or foe of the Shadowguard.
Lots of question marks.
Hold on.
I think he's already rewording. All right, so he's rewording. So, Elle, while he's thinking about how he's writing this letter, what are you doing?
Waiting, I suppose.
Okay. He's kind of like eyeing him quizzically. You watch him poof, into the air. We watch the arrow just, or the bolt just fly straight up, boom, right in the middle of them. So they all kind of panic, pull out their swords, look around, They don't see anything, but they're on guard now at this point. And someone sees the letter and like grabs it. You hear, "Can anybody read?" Yeah. He goes, "I can." He goes, He goes. You kind of like we all see this as like the audience. He goes, "Be you friend or of foe? Am I friend of foe?" I don't know what he's asking. You literally have "of" in the chat, by the way.
Oh, it was right
To the Shadowguard. Dance if you be friend.
God.
The silence makes it more embarrassing.
He looks and goes, maybe we should dance? So you watch one person do an interpretive dance. At least go and give me an insight check.
Insight.
This is to determine whether or not you think they really. Okay, so Luke, you think without a doubt they were able to read and understand what you were saying, or like in the word, and you assume that they're friends of the Shadowguard.
Oh, awesome! Is anyone around me to read the tellings to, or?
I mean, Ella's right there.
Oh, she's standing right next to me.
She's like
I'm
right next.
500 feet.
Oh, you're back. No, so Ella's down like in a bush. Like you can see her, down in front of you, and then you have
Elle's
like
got,
Magnus.
mud on her face and like grass sticking out of her.
Yeah, I mean the only thing you really only see her because her legs are sticking out like on the hill, but anybody in front would never see her. But then you have Magnus and Osgood that are 300 feet back the other way, at the top of the hill, kind of peeking over. So you're kind of in between both. Yeah, you're really between both 300 feet both ways.
Look at the party, or look at Oswald and
Osgood.
Magnus, and be like,
Magnus turns to Osgood and it says like, "Do you think that means we should move forward?"
Do we bring Jericho, or do we leave it here? I don't know if he wants us to attack them, or if he wants us to, like, just come up to where he's at.
Look, I can lose my friends. That's okay. Death doesn't make me sad, but I cannot lose this mule. You understand? It's my only friend.
It is a lifelong companion. I do understand completely.
did you say you can't lose your only friend? Like, you could lose your friends?
You didn't hear that. You're not here.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm just clarifying I heard that correctly as a player, not as a character.
I have no friends except for this one. It's basically what he was saying.
Except for this mule, right.
Yes.
I guess I'm going to take a second to try and hide Jericho in the nearest brush I can.
Okay, that's fine. Give me a survival roll for that to find a good, like, proper spot. You give me advantage since Osgood is with you. And he also has proficiency. Right. He has proficiency in survival.
He's assisting me on hiding my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Save my ass.
Okay, so you're both kind of struggle to find a place for a little bit. It takes you a little bit of time, probably like 5 minutes. So Lucas is kind of looking. The person has stopped interpreting dancing by this point. They trying to go about their business, but they're on guard still because someone shot a bolt at them. But you find a place to hide Jericho off. It's a little farther away, probably another like 200 yards back. And then
obscured.
Mule, gone. You hide him in some like small little brush, and brush enough to cover him and block him for the most part.
If he gets caught, it's his own fault at this point.
Exactly, it's not your fault anymore. So, yeah, you and Osgood go back up top of the hill. You see Luke still there waiting for you, and Luke kind of spy them. Do you like wave them down to you again?
Luke, are you still giving me thumbs up, Sis? I think that means we should go, Osgood. Let's go down to him. So then we continue down the hill towards town.
I think at this point the ones you guys were watching see you two running down the hill, or not running, but at least walking down the hill. They spy. They don't let loose arrows or anything like that. They just kind of staring and looking at you. You get to Luke after 20 seconds. I'm not gonna math that hard right now. 30 seconds.
Wait, what happened? They said something?
No, they didn't say anything. I mean, you're pretty far off still, so they just kind of just staring and watching you.
Watching us approach?
Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're not going for weapons. Elle, you're the closest one. You don't see them reaching for anything. And then you get to Magnus. Or you get to Luke, sorry. Magnus, you get to Luke.
Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? I think they're kind of friendly because, the letter said, they had to dance if they were, friendly, and they seem like they kind of cast the concept there, but
They actually danced.
well, it's kind of a dance.
This town
It
is
was
like
kind of,
burning down. It's on fire, right? The town's on fire.
You
Is that
see,
correct?
basically, yeah. You know, at this time, you guys look. You do see like smoke. They don't seem to really be putting the fires out, but they don't seem to be going into the town or anything like that. They're just kind of staying on the outskirts of it.
Okay.
So anyway, I think they could be friends.
If they
but,
danced, I mean, that's gotta be a good sign, right?
But we should just before we go down there anyway, we should have a kind of a backup story, to fall upon. So if they kind of ask who we are, we just say, the boss kind of sent us there, and he needs an update and see what happened there. That's
The
kind of
boss-
an idea.
The boss, as in the Shadowguard.
Sure, but it doesn't matter who it is. They just have to believe that we're sent there from whatever. If it looks to be getting bad,
Lying is not my strong suit. Maybe
Well,
you or L. I'll just
all,
please stay
all
in the
you
back.
all you got to do there is just do this.
Oh, I can do that. Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the best approach there when you talk to anybody. Is just kind of do that.
Tell you
As
what.
for Elle, she's smart enough. She could probably figure out what we're doing. So do we want to just kind of like bolt approach, or you want me to give you some cover just in case there, or what,
Do you
like,
wanna-
what do you?
Do you want to fill L in on what we're doing, or no? I can, easily.
Well, that's up to you there. I can actually, I'm quite comfortable here. So
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
She can figure it out. You are correct.
okay.
So Osgood follows along. He kind of listened to this conversation. Just didn't feel like there was a reason for him to interject, but he follows along with the plan. He's
Stand
prepared
right
if need
know
be.
your role, Osgood, motherfucker.
Know your place, bitch.
Okay, you guys. So Luke, I want to clarify. You're going up with them, or you're covering?
I'm gonna move up a little bit more and then cover them.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll because at this point they're looking for you. So I'm gonna roll a perception.
Yes. Still pretty good.
18, huh? That is damn good. All right, I'm just gonna roll a d20 here. Okay.
Oh!
Off to a good start. Crits right on my first roll. So, yeah, Luke, you start like moving forward, and they're looking like, what is he doing? I don't know. As they see, like you see Luke like zigzagging back and forth, like just behind you guys, serpentine. He like dives down, and then there's like, I don't get it.
Magnus is like slowly walking in a straight line behind, like 10 feet
No,
behind him.
you're actually in front of him, so you don't see any of this.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, so Magnus and Osgood, you're walking forward. Luke thinks he's being stealthy as a mother, as he is behind you guys.
Should be
But
with an 18, but apparently not.
they see you. Yeah, exactly. That's what he's doing. Like, is there one from the side? Where is it at?
He's like,
And you come up towards these people. They are dressed in leather armor. Some have bows on their back. It looks to be short bows for the most part. Short swords and the light daggers. They kind of look and go, is your friend okay?
yeah, he's always like that.
They point and you see him like run dashing across, like crouched partially.
Magnus just like shakes his head and puts his.
It is actually quite stealthy. Like it goes like he's going in and out bushes, but it's just enough to notice. Like if you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't see it. That's the funny thing about the whole thing.
He's
yeah.
practicing, I guess. Anyway, never mind him. Well, hello, gentlemen. My name is Marigold. Excuse me, I'm all mixed up. Magnus and Marigold Munch. Magnus to my friends. What's going on here?
Well, ransacking the town.
I see.
Yeah.
that.
It's going
On
quite
whose-
well.
On whose authority, if I might ask?
On my own,
Oh.
and on his
And you-
own, and on his own.
And
Oh,
you
no.
are. And Magnus like holds out his hand like with a big smile, says, "Magnus and Marigold Munch, lovely to meet you, good friend."
He kind of looks and kicks your hand. I don't think I really need to. I don't think I need to really give you my name. You don't seem the type for me to care for. And at this point, Magnus, you do kind of get like a full count of who's around, and you see roughly 8 of these people humans.
8 people.
You see 8 of them, kind of
Okay,
like in the
before-
area roughly. This is a so just give a description so you guys get a little bit more what's going on. It is a walled fence, kind of around the town. It's wooden.
Okay.
It is as you're coming in. And this is kind of coming from like the south west portion, and it leads upwards into the town itself. Close by you don't see any kind of fires or nothing like that. And it's still a pretty decently good size village. So you don't really hear. You do hear little muffled screams here and there and whatnot, but
Okay.
nothing really by this area, at least from what the angle you can see at. You know,
Right here.
L, if you decide to walk up with them, if not, you're about 200 feet back, kind of watching.
You're just
what's
like
going
watching
on.
from stealth, I'm assuming, right,
Yeah.
El?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything
Okay.
you want to walk forward, let me know. But you know,
So I think that without saying another word, I'm just gonna blast a ray of enfeeblement on the front guy.
So I think as soon as you get ready to start, because you're catching its words and voice, Osgood pulls his sword out. Both Luke and Lu witness this as
Like,
they.
just like in the middle of
it's
conversation,
just,
like, I just want to say the trigger word, like, just like spray him with.
I actually have already set up to shoot first and ask questions later.
because they are on edge because someone shot a bolt at them. They're pretty much prepared for a fight. So we're gonna roll initiative on it.
Okay.
They're only person who really
Yeah,
has a. No one really has a no one really has a surprise. You're stealth, so you'll have advantage on your first attack.
You don't
But-
get me surprised for blasting a spell in the middle of a conversation.
I'll let you give me a stealth roll.
Oh.
And only reason I'm letting that happen is because you are kind of doing it right during it, but it's still not going to be a surprise round. And you guys will have advantage on your attack, though, is what
Okay.
it'll do. But it depends on your,
Hey,
on your
see
stealth.
the center of my palm here? Take a look. There's something
Yeah.
cool there.
I'll give you stealth or deception if you haven't rolled.
I would say,
it yet.
like, I was thinking, like, I was, like, shaking his hand, and as soon as we parted ways, I'm just like, but I will definitely roll a deception.
I'll just stealth deception because you're kind of tricking him. I'll go with that. It's not really. You don't
God, I'm
have to
so
necessarily
bad at both things.
Do what you're good at, my friend. Do what you're good at.
I'm trying to
do
cast
what you're
spells.
slightly better at.
I'll go stealth, I guess. Yeah! Yes!
Okay. Let's see if I roll another 20.
Better fucking not.
Rolls a 19.
12.
Oh! What a dumbass.
So he is not ready for it. He's like, I think I'd rather not give you my name. He's like, blah, in his face.
That's what I like.
So you will have advantage on your attack. We're still gonna. I'll have him. In a sense, I will give him a last. We'll do one separate guy for it who's not ready for it. On that, we got to roll initiative. Let me switch you guys
Wait,
over
so
to
do
the
I get my attack
proper.
first, or
No, you'll have advantage on your attack though.
Okay. I believe you.
Because if it was like you
I'm
shooting
really far
first,
back, by the
I
way.
would say yes. The biggest reason is because Magnus is the one initiating. So you guys aren't really like, we're going to attack them before it happens. No, it's like Magnus pulls and blasts them. You're like, oh shit!
Nobody was
Also-
expecting that.
And then that's when you get the action. That's why you guys get advantage instead of a
Just to say, I
surprise.
can see the whole map.
I know.
Okay, can I go ahead and roll my... I guess I'll roll my initiative first.
So as information, guys, you are in the bottom corner where all the bandits are at right now.
Can you
So-
shift click there? Just shift ping there for me?
Boom.
There we go. That's
So-
it.
I get an icon to click and roll, or do I just
L,
roll?
you gotta pull your token out. So Magnus, you are going to be. I'll actually pull you out, Magnus. 'Cause you're right here. L and Luke, guys, put your guys on the far left of the map. And then once we get you within range of the actual map, that's when you'll start being able to move yourself in. If that makes sense. We need battle music.
Nice initiative roll.
Thanks.
All right, so I'm gonna roll.
Battle tunes.
I need to like Pokemon battle music.
Sounds like Witcher battle music.
Just make sure we have all of them. It might be actually. It very well might be. I have a lot of different stuff, and I don't know. I have to scroll
just
through them
don't-
all. It's
I
really,
just
really
worried
hard.
we'll get copyright
Mm,
slapped for Witcher music.
I don't know.
I don't know. You're allowed to stream video games on Twitch, so
Yeah.
they don't normally pop up for video game music. So
Yeah, no, we should be fine. Because I've used this one on mine. But it is The Witcher. But if
I
you
love
want-
the Witcher music. It's perfect. So
All right,
Great,
so
great.
there's bandits. That's the bandits that weren't prepared. And then I'm going to add the bandit. That, oh, I should put. I'll move this one there. Add
where
turn.
is
He will have a
The other
1.
two, okay, I see. Really far back.
They're way back. Osgood is going to be right next to you.
Okay.
That is where we have you at. So that's kind of where the setup is right now. And then L, I still need you to roll initiative. You haven't pulled your token out.
Yeah, I can't see any, so.
You may need to refresh, because you should be able to see like it all. I don't have anything hidden on this map.
Okay.
Message I can't check. Ah.
Is there anything else we have to set up for this battle?
No, I'm just waiting for Elle to roll her initiative. This is actually the only thing I'm waiting on.
Okay, I was saying now might be a great time to take a really quick commercial break and then come back and jump right into the battle. Just because I need to use the restroom.
Me too.
That's fine. So we'll take a quick break, guys. We will be back shortly. So give us
return with an awesome battle.
Yep, 2-3 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you put on pause already, right?
No. Want me to pause?
pause
Okay,
it.
we'll be right back.
Every few centuries, there comes a group of heroes, destined to save the world from the clutches of an evil force. These may not be those heroes. Squad! Dungeon Squad! Dungeon Squad! Yeah! Dungeon Squad! Dungeon Squad Live! Dungeon Squad Live!
And we're back. And I'm not muted this time. Professional.
Yeah!
Okay, so we're going to let this battle begin. So, the bandits suck at rolling. So, Magnus, you actually still, in this sense, you go first. You start the combat just blasting him in the face with your Rave Enfeeblement.
Now, is that going to count against my turn, is my question? Or
Yes.
you let me take that as a surprise action? Or
No.
I did succeed in my stealth check.
I'll let it go this time. It's fine. Go for it.
Yay! Because I was trying to do a Han Solo.
We need a ranged spell attack.
Oh, I thought I programmed it to roll in there, but I did.
Yep, it's a
All right.
liar over there.
Man, I drag and drop that from the compendium too. I'm surprised it didn't set it up right.
Hey, are we missing our Paladin's roll?
I guess Magnus did not make the roll for the Osgood.
Oh, I forgot. I'll do it right now.
It's fine.
1d20 plus 6. 15 to hit for that Ray of Enfeeblement.
Which does.
Osgood got a 15.
All right, I'll move him up to the initiative. Good old Osgood with his 0 to +2 initiative. Nice roll.
And the 15 was a hit, you said?
15 is a hit.
And... doo-doo-doo-doo.
On hit, the target deals only half damage, so it doesn't actually take any damage from it. He just deals half damage with the weapon's attack and uses strength. That uses strength until the end of the spell.
Right, it just makes him super fucking weak with weapons.
I like it. Okay.
And so then I have my full turn technically, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Because I'm just going to disengage anyway.
Okay.
So there's my disengage action, and then I'm going to move the full speed of my tiny gnomish legs can carry me, which is to here. Oh, you know what? Fuck.
Do you want to go back and then do other things first?
Yeah, if
It's
that's
fine.
okay.
We're
So
still
right
still
before-
learning the character, so that's fine.
Right before I move, I am going to use my bonus action for Dragon Breath.
Okay. So you
My
bonus.
second level 2 spell slot. So I'm out of level 2 spell slots, but I'm casting it on Osgood as I walk away. I touch him on the shoulder and say, "Just open your mouth!"
And you hear him, what? And his face just transforms into this dragon's head. Think Dark Souls 2. I believe.
Sweet.
No,
And-
1.
Are you going to wait till his turn to resolve that part?
It would be on his turn. He can use his bonus action to actually do it.
No worries.
So if you are done, go ahead and end your turn, and then we will continue on.
All right.
Okay, it is now Osgood's turn. And you just hear him like, what are you talking about?
No, it's not. It's my turn. I rolled a 16. He rolled a 15.
Oh, I put him in the wrong order. I'm bad at this.
you
That's
are
right.
bad at this.
Go ahead.
Slide, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna shoot one of them. Doesn't matter which one. They're all the same to me. They're
Okay.
all dead anyway.
This one is the one that has been hit by the spell. I'm just gonna
Don't give a fuck about
Yes.
that. Any of them. Just pick one. At random.
put. Okay, go ahead.
Oh! That's good.
So, Magnus, or not Magnus, Luke, would you please describe how your weapon looks and what it does now since it has been upgraded?
I dropped the link for the image in chat. It kind of looks like that when I fire. Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Okay, so you just from how far away are you, by the way? Because you were 500
Probably
feet. You were
Like 200 feet because I moved up forward.
Okay, so technically you don't crit.
It
'Cause you
looks
have disadvantage.
cool.
150 feet.
You're not 150 feet up because you
I'm
passed.
150 feet now. I'm taking that crit damage. I'll move up to 150 feet.
You're not. You couldn't make it anyway from 200. You don't have that extra movement, so you don't crit. Sadly.
Prior to that, you asked me how close I was. I now say 150.
I mean, the map says 110, but I know you.
But they're
further
farther back. Yeah, they're way
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
There.
yeah.
They move up
Bro,
once they're able to move
give me
up.
the crit.
So it's
No
not a
one
crit. So
me the crit.
you hit it for 13 damage as it just disintegrates. Like the fire blasts out of your gun and it envelops it completely. And then once it vanishes, he's just gone. There's a little bit of dust on the ground. Because even without the crit, you still killed him. So.
Reload. Reload.
Okay, bonus action, you reload, as now it's Osgood's turn. You move forward.
Finally, Osgood's turn. So he's gonna loose. I should be able to get pretty much this whole little chunk, right, with my cone here.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. So they have to make a. He's gonna use his turn to open his mouth and just spray dragon fire with my dragon breath spell that I put on him.
Okay.
And they have to make a DC 14 dexterity check or take 11 damage. And the chosen type, just to declare it now, is going to be. I think I'm gonna choose acid.
Okay, acid damage is always a good choice.
Especially against people's
That'll show them.
skin doesn't like acid too much.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me the dragon breath damage, and I will make the dexterity saves.
The damage is rolled in the original spell I dropped. It was 11 damage. If you scroll.
Is it
up.
always 11? I always thought you would re-roll it each and every time. I guess we'll count for the first one since it already counted.
Well, I did. No, it rolls in the thing. It's I rolled 5, 5, and a 1
I'm
for
rolling
11
amazing.
damage.
So.
I just made it an inline roll in the text. So.
Right. Okay. So 3 of them succeed and take half.
They take half.
And 1 fails. The one that fails is the one in the back as you watch as he just melts into this pile of goo.
Yes.
The other ones take half, which is 5 because we round down for players and NPCs. And they are singed and they're like wiping the acid away, but they're exhausted, but they're not. They got boils, but they're not that badly hurt.
All right. Let's see. And then that was my bonus action just because it's just opening my mouth technically, right?
For him,
And
no. For Osgood,
Osgood,
it's his
yeah.
action. Until spell,
Oh,
his
what's
creature
that?
can use an action to exhale
It's a bonus
energy.
action for him to cast it, and he can use his action to cast dragon.
Correct. So you could bonus
Gotcha.
action on yourself, and then you could cast it that same turn if you ever did it on yourself too.
All right. Well, he's just gonna. I think he's just gonna hold his ground right there, and that is gonna
Osgood.
be him's turn. Hold on, I'll end it here.
Cool. Osgood, yeah, he kind of like braces himself, shield up, Morning Star out. As L, it is your turn. You are 200 feet away.
What's my bow range?
Your bow range is a long bow is 150 by like 600, I believe.
You should take a motion and run up forward and then use your bow.
I land on go.
Let's get you to 160 feet. And
She-
you have 40-foot movement speed.
She has 30 foot. But you can still use your bonus action to dash.
Yeah. Wasn't
Which-
that my cunning action?
Yeah, your cunning action, which uses your bonus action to dash.
Okay.
So which would put you at 140 feet within your minimum range, which means you would have advantage on your attacks since you're stealthed. Yeah.
Okay. So,
You can move really far.
Also, Luke, I just realized that you had advantage on that first attack, which means it canceled out the disadvantage, which means you did crit it.
Haha.
Doesn't
But
matter.
you killed
You'll
it
die.
anyways. Alright, so Elle, what do you do?
how far am I now?
You're 140 feet up if you dash
But
with your bonus action. Which puts you
oh,
100...
so I'm still not like on the map really.
No, you're not on the map. You're still about 30 feet off the map.
Okay. I can shoot now.
Yes. Who do you target? Which one?
The one like right to the right of.
Okay, when you pinged? Oh,
No,
that's
I
not
didn't.
target.
I pinged that. Sorry. I'll
Go and
stop.
just click and ping on which one you want to hit. Just click
I
and
don't
hold.
know how to.
If you just click and hold,
Click and hold anywhere.
there you go. Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
you have a pink ping. It's nice.
We all know green's the best color.
I'm making mine black for necromancy.
And then just, longbow, click it, and you're good to go.
Where did it go?
Should be right in the middle, like gray little boxes. in the
Where did it
action
go?
section. Is it gone?
It's gone. It's literally gone. Give me half a second. I'll have it for you.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Huzzah.
That was weird. All right, so 16 hits. You do get your sneak attack damage, which your sneak attack damage is not in there either. Oh wait, no, it's not in there. Go ahead and roll me a 2d6, just normally, and I'll have it put in for the next time. Okay, for 3 more for 8 damage total, which is enough. He kind of just like looks at Oz, goes, "Rah," and you just watch the arrow just see right between his eyes, and he just falls flat, just piercing the arrow further through his skull. As he dies.
Longbows for the fucking win.
Mm-hmm. Is that your turn, L?
Yeah.
Okay. It is now the bandit's turn, except for the one that's enfeebled. So there's still 4 alive. there, they are going to. They have crossbows, sorry, but not short bows, to be more correct.
He can make a Constitution check and try and shake the enfeeblement.
At the end of his turn, I believe it said.
You may be right about that.
So,
And he target's turn. Oh man, that's such an awesome spell. I love it.
He will go. He goes after this, so I gave him an initiative of 1 because he's the one that you surprised. So these ones run forward, stepping over his buddy's body, right at Osgood, and this one comes around his backside. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15. He pulls out a crossbow in the back, and aims it at you, Magnus. Firing a bolt. I roll an 8, which misses. And then the other 3 are going to strike at Osgood from all sides with their scimitars. A 20 for 4, a 13, and an 18. So I hit with 2, as 2 of them, they strike from both sides and just pierce into Osgood's armor. And he takes a total of 11 damage from all that, while he fends off the 3rd strike with his shield.
It's okay, Osgood. You'll be okay.
Osgood starts. He's like, you'll be fine, Osgood. As he starts to cough up a little bit of blood.
Is he bloodied?
Yeah. He took 11 damage, which puts him.
I can do that. I keep forgetting I'm running. My bad.
As the last one's turn, on his turn, he is more angry. He actually is going to, even with the disadvantage, he's just going to pull out his crossbow and aim it at you, Magnus, because he can't move because of Osgood. So he has disadvantage on the attack, but he's aiming for you, Magnus.
That's all right.
Ah! So
What a bitch.
he has it blocked on perfectly, and then Osgood, as he was swinging that shield to block the one, it bumps the crossbow and it shoots straight up into the air.
He just gives him a little elbow nudge
Yeah,
with
just,
the shield.
and it misses. If not, it would have been dead center on you. And that is his turn. He will make a Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I roll a 12, which your DC is a 14, so he fails.
I imagine the crossbow bolt whizzes by Magnus, then he does a.
I like it. Magnus, you are up.
Back to my turn.
Yes.
All right. So Magnus is going to go ahead and. I think I'm gonna shoot a necrotic shroud. Well, or should I? Should I try and help out Osgood? Am I that nice? Do I care that much about him? These are all important questions.
You are quite interested in his theory, and he's supposed to take you to where the book's at after this.
Yeah. I actually don't really think I have much that can help him, because mage armor only works on those who aren't wearing armor.
Correct. And he has 18 AC anyways.
Could I give him false life? No, that's self as well. Okay, well, so instead I'm just going to shoot necrotic shroud.
You help by killing things.
Yep, the one closest to
Magnus. The one closest to you actually has not taken any damage, since you're close enough to be able to see which ones have. The one to the 2 to the right of Osgood seem to be the weaker of the group. That one to the south,
right.
To the right. So one of those 2.
See. I got you. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to go for the one that seems undamaged.
Okay.
With the necrotic shroud. So I say an incantation and make a hand symbol, and black little flames start curling up around him as I channel necrotic energy.
I like it. Okay, so a 14 wisdom saving throw. As he succeeds. As he's like, wait, it doesn't burn. It's not real!
Oh, I see why you were pointing me at them. I forgot necrotic shroud worked like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just trying to help you out.
Regardless, it wouldn't have worked anyway.
Correct. As Luke, you are now up. You are 175 feet away.
Am I 175 feet?
If you were 200 before, you're now 175 from 25 from last turn.
Excellent. So I run up another 25 feet, and I shoot another one of these.
Who do you target?
Doesn't fucking matter. I just shoot one of them. In the face.
So which one do you target?
I don't know, the one closest to Magnus?
Okay.
He's my bro. He's my buddy.
So
my only friend in life.
You shoot again, and you're like, you ready it up, you shoot, the flash just flies out of it, and fire envelops him. Osgood's like shielding himself, and as the fire dissipates, he's still standing, burnt and charred, kind of, as you watch smoke come out of his mouth, but he is not dead.
Oh, he will be very shortly.
Anything else for your turn?
Reload.
Okay, you reload with the bonus action.
Yes, and I don't have an end turn button.
It's on
You have to click your token and then click. Also, you can click it in chat. It says EOT.
Yep.
In pink.
in your little under your picture. Cool. Osgood is up. What do you do, Charlie?
Oh, when I make my color black, the text doesn't show up. Damn it.
Ah ha ha!
I'll make my color gray. What's another good necromancy color? Purple. There we go.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
made it
Osgood's
appear on
turn.
stream.
So Osgood is going to. I can lay on hands myself, right?
Yeah, you can. It's touch. You can touch yourself.
So
However you
yeah,
want.
he's gonna spend his action, I guess. As an action, can touch a creature, draw power from the pool to restore a number of hit points to that creature. So I'm just gonna burn all 10 points right
Okay.
now myself. I think.
Is he that damaged?
He took 11.
Ooh, buddy.
He got hit twice.
That puts him back up to 18.
Yes.
And that's an action. I don't have any bonus action.
Except for maybe like using like branding smite or something like that, which would empower his weapon for his next attack, or whenever he hits within the next minute. But
Is
is
that
it
bonus?
Is it? Yeah, usually the smites you activate them, and then minus the divine smite, which is like on hit.
Let's say I think he only has divine smite.
Oh,
no?
you don't have branding smite.
I was
Correct.
like branding smite. What the fuck are you
Branding
talking about,
smite
dude?
is not prepared. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a spell, correct? Or
It's
is
a
that
spell.
something else?
Yeah, it's a spell.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be it for him then. Actually, you know what? Yeah. I was gonna say maybe he'll risk an opportunity attack, but he's not that stupid.
No, that's 4 of them too. L, you are up. Now, I will remind you that you can take your cunning action before you use your actual action if you choose. To hide, potentially, or something.
Oh. Well. I feel like I should probably be up there.
Okay, you could start moving forward. Like, you'd hide, move forward, and shoot, or you could, like, dash again and then shoot.
So can I move like my movement speed and then hide?
Yes, you're far enough right now. Once you start getting closer, there's no real place to, like, get cover at. But for the moment, you can hide.
I imagine Magnus is like running back towards you, just being like, "Ow!" like the whole way back.
So if I used my full movement speed, I would be like on the map now, like where I am.
Correct. You'd be, if you were 140, you'd be at 110, which is exactly there.
Okay. So then I'll hide.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check, please. No problem. They don't see you.
And then use my bow again.
Okay. All right. So we watch Elle just run forward, like slide behind like a tree, and then you come around the corner, shoot, just instantly. It looks like it's about to like miss as you watch as Osgood once again just hits one with the shield, and it falls backwards, and the arrow goes right through its head, and it goes down. Boop. There we go.
Oh, no, that's right. She has advantage because she's stealth. Right?
Yeah, she was stealth. She's no
Okay.
longer stealth at this point. And then it is now the bandit's turn. So the one that's still on you, Magnus, is still going to aim for you, one that has real enfeeblement.
That makes sense. Fair enough.
He rolls a 7, sadly. The other two are going to strike at Osgood. An 8 and a 20 for 7 damage to Osgood, because I'm rolling like a beast today.
Oh,
and
man.
the final shot, which is the
going
one in the
down,
far
baby.
back, just takes another shot at you, Magnus.
Okay.
19 for 5.
Stuck me. Oh no!
Okay. It is now Magnus, your turn. Just delete the one. He's doing this just the
So
end.
just to be totally safe, I think Magnus is gonna cast False Life on himself.
Okay.
he runs the hell further away.
Okay, so for 1 hour, you have 6 temporary hit points.
Sweet, rolled good. It didn't add the 6 hit points to my bubble though.
Huh.
All right, there we go. I added it. It's good, and I don't. Yeah, I think that's it for Magnus this turn. Luke.
I move up an additional 25 feet to 125 feet away.
Okay.
God, because you're so far away.
I pick another one at random, and I shoot it again. Boom. Can I get the crit damage this time?
No, I'm not letting you. Just trying to be in
I'm within 150 feet.
No, I don't want you
It doesn't matter. The thing's melting.
to. Who are you
It's
targeting?
melted away.
Start. I really need you guys to start like tell me who you're targeting before you take your shots.
It just said it doesn't matter which one.
No, it doesn't matter because in this case it doesn't, but in general I just need it to be like a standard practice.
Dictate, or it's not dictate. What the word am I thinking of? I cannot think of the word.
Enunciate?
No.
Speak?
You gotta call it though. He's right.
Yeah.
I agree.
So which one? Because you may
I'll
kill
take the
one with
I'll
low
take the one that
HP, you
was
may kill one that's
attacking
full.
him.
Oh, it's the one far back there.
Yeah!
Okay.
He's attacking my only friend in life.
All right, so yeah, you hit him, man. It's the one that's just shooting. He's still just launching crossbolts at you, just reloading, and then it's just enveloped in flames and disintegrates. Is that your turn, Luke?
I reload, and I end my turn.
Okay. Osgood is up. Osgood is missing 7 HP that he's not missing. He has now got it missing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's fine. I got it.
I stepped away. I think maybe when that.
Oh,
that
yeah,
thing
he
does.
got hit once.
So Osgood is going to. He's going to do some damage. I think he's going to use his divine smite on one of these fools.
All right, don't forget, you also still have your dragon's breath left still, too.
Can I keep using that?
It lasts for a minute. So for the next minute, he can use it as an action.
I'm still concentrating on it. Oh yeah, we're gonna use that again.
Actually, give me a concentration check for being hit by that 5. You have to make a DC 10 for Magnus.
Okay. Constitution.
Saving throw. Yeah,
Oh, saving throw.
yeah, it's saving throw. It's fine. We'll count it. You'll have a higher.
It is the same roll either way. Yeah.
So, you still concentrated on it then, so he's still able to use that as an action.
Yeah. So then he's gonna go for.
There's
I guess just trying to hit these two here.
Okay.
Best scenario. And it was what, 3d6, 2d6?
You probably just click the spell again. And we'll just, oh no, it'll use your spell slots, won't it?
Well, I'm out of second level spell slots, so that doesn't matter none.
So you can just click it again.
Okay. Let me get my sheet open here. There we go.
11,
11
so
then.
a
That's what I rolled
14.
this time.
So let me make it saves, dexterity, saving throws, 1 and 2.
Dies.
Second one succeeds and takes 5 damage,
All right.
and the other one takes full damage. He turns into a puddle of goo, and the other one is like trying to wipe away. His body is slowly starting to disintegrate from the acid that's on him that he's unable to wipe away, but he's still just barely holding on.
You fucker. Melt! And that will be Osgood's turn.
Okay, L, you are up. There are 2 of them left.
Do it, L.
If you move forward past this point, it's kind of just open area, so there's nowhere really to hide. So they're going to see you. If you stay where you're at, you can use your hide and you can still get the effect.
I'll do that.
Okay. So go and roll me a stealth check.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You have no problem with that, and you can make your shot. Which one are you targeting?
Yeah, the one to the bottom.
Okay. A 20. You get your sneak attack because you have advantage. So you hit for 14 as you just pierce him through the heart.
Oh, yeah.
Just one after another, you guys are just wiping them out. Is there anything else you're going to do for your turn, Al?
I'm okay.
Okay. It is the bandit's turn. The one that's left looks around, looks at Osgood, looks at you, Magnus, and just goes, I'm sorry. And he disengages, and he starts to run towards the town.
I'm going to yell out to Osgood, try and grab him! Grab that man!
That's as far as he gets around the corner. I'm going to make him disappear. No, there's no point. You guys will be able to see him as soon as Osgood goes. But he cuts around the corner. There's behind the wooden fence, out of sight. It is now your turn, Magnus.
Shit. Huh. I think I want Osgood to catch that guy, but I don't want him to split too far from the party. And I'm definitely not running there after him.
Oh, he'll die next turn. Don't you worry.
I don't know how you're gonna get an angle on him from how far away you are.
You don't want to.
Oh, I can run Serpentine off the map in the other direction.
You don't want to ask him what's going on here. You just want to blow him to bits.
You guys can always call for a non-lethal attack. Just remember that.
I
too.
can
That
always
is in
ask
the
a dead
rules.
body one question as well, so there's that.
There's a lot of dead bodies to ask.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I guess you can't ask a pile of ashes, can you?
That's true.
A pile of melted flesh goo.
It has no mouth.
It just bubbles when it tries to answer.
This is the one Madness that was like basically like almost on like death's like door. That you literally just see like parts of like his flesh falling off
The
him
one
as
running
he ran.
away?
Yes.
He's just like mangled. Well, I think Magnus is just gonna hold his ground and wait for his teammates. I think maybe he will also, while he has some time, just in case there are more enemies inside, he's gonna cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay. Use spell.
And that will be his turn.
I like it.
Awesome. Since nobody told me not to shoot this guy in the back of the head, I'm gonna try to get an angle and shoot him in the back of the head.
Let me see. Where are you at on the map here?
I would be like,
You could
off
probably.
the map.
You could realistically do that. I couldn't see why you couldn't move 25 feet that way. Because I mean, 25 feet for you this way is here. Assuming that same angle, yeah, you'd be able to see him.
alright, nobody told me not to shoot the guy, I'm shooting the guy.
A 9. It whizzes past him, slamming into the building just past, and and disperses.
Damn it.
Oh, shoot.
Osgood.
Alright.
He's up.
I missed the hoser.
Okay, Ozzy.
Rumble.
Oh, I also take my 25 feet to...
Move.
wherever
You already
it's
moved
gonna
down to do that.
be. Awesome.
So
So let me know
Oz,
when I get back onto the map.
Oz is able to round the wall in one movement and make a grapple to try and
Okay.
grapple him, incapacitate him.
I mean, you can make it a non-lethal attack to just try to
I'll
knock
say
him out.
I would say / non-lethal damage. I think I'd rather.
Does he have
non-lethal.
command?
He does. Good call.
What are you gonna command him to do? Is it worth
Like,
commanding him to do something and have it fail possibly, or just knock him with the butt of your weapon and knock him out, doing the 1 damage?
Just yell at him to go prone. Be like, prone!
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say lay. Inuyasha style. Sit.
Poop!
So you can tell him this.
Then we all chuckle as he runs away.
So what's the plan here? You can tell him to sit.
Well, I know his armor class ain't metagaming, and I know his armor class ain't great. So we'll go ahead and do non-lethal damage with the Morning Star.
Okay, as you hit him, you do not hit him. He goes for the swing, and he coughs up a bunch of blood and a little bit of acid from his mouth as he leans over, and the swing going for his temple just misses.
Ah.
Goes over his
Should've done
head.
the command, my friend. Should have done
It
the command.
turns, looks, and just scared, just scared eyes. Elle, you are up. You have a little bit more movement than what's his face, so you could technically move and get a shot off on him.
Fucking Osgood,
I-
man.
I have a real
Can
name,
I-
not just
can
what's his face.
Can I shoot him and not kill him?
Yeah, you can go like a non-lethal. Yeah, it'll knock him out, but it won't kill him. It's
Well, I
it's how the rules
can
works.
take an arrow to the...
To the knee, yes. We're going with the Achilles. We're not going with knees in this place. So you can go off the map to the south a little bit, which would put you at an angle where you would be at. So like right now, Luke is like 15 feet south of the map. So if
Can I
you were,
just do like that. Oh, that's with my dash. Can I use my dash?
you could use your dash, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause if you're,
So, but like down a little bit.
yeah, okay. So yeah, you move down a little bit more. You get in range to see him. Osgood's like going for the swing, as then you just loose an arrow.
Man, you all suck. I'm gonna murder this guy for getting anything to do.
And then, yeah, it seems like Ozzy go for the swing. It's right when he ducks is when the arrow goes over his head and just right into the wall of the building right there. So, it's now the bandit's turn. Because somehow he has miraculously survived this
Let's
time.
hope he's smart and begs for mercy.
Yeah,
To somebody who's clearly a paladin and might give it to him.
there you go. Alright, so he looks at you, just fear in his eye. He doesn't think you're going to let him live, and he continues to run. Oh, he has to disengage, though.
Dragon's breath him. Kill him. I know you want to. Step to the dark side.
No. So he is going to take the massive risk and not disengage and just run for it. Because it's his only chance. Otherwise, it should be a constant fight the whole way in. So he's just going to run. So you get an attack of opportunity if you choose to take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whoa, just wait. Have him command. Come back here.
I'm gonna do non-lethal
That's fine.
attack of opportunity.
13 does hit.
Yes.
Just barely. He's got a 12 AC
Fucker.
as you knock him out and he goes to sleep.
What a nice sweet prince.
Man, he almost got away, guys.
No, I would have murdered him.
All right, so he is
For sure.
down. He will be unconscious for the next 3 hours unless he gets some type of magical healing.
If only we had, a land hands point to dump into him.
If only. I'm assuming you all move up, so I'm going to drag you guys all up here. So, you all meet up after the battle. You can hear the screams inside the village. You see the fire way off in the distance. And you have a knocked out bandit sitting right in front of you.
I'm gonna.
Oh, and do any of you, terribly sorry to interrupt you, Magnus, do any of you actually have, smelling salts or anything to revive this guy here?
I could heal him with my staff.
Let's tie him up first so he can't get away. That would probably, be the smarter decision here.
Took the words out of my mouth, and Magnus is already pulling a hemp rope out of his
Okay.
pack.
So you take out the rope, you tie him up. Yeah, I'm assuming you remove his weapons and all that stuff. I'm not going to have you guys make a sleight of hand roll to see how well the knot's tied. We'll assume you guys do it well. He's not fighting or anything like that. So you tie him up. Pretty good. And then you use your staff to drop it down to start healing everybody up, including him.
Yeah, everybody restores 1 HP per round. A long rest restores 1d6 of HP to the weapons pool, and it has a pool of 30. So,
you only need one round, though, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it in for literally 1 round.
Okay.
And I don't want to waste too much of the charge.
So
Actually,
Magnus.
you know what? Let me see. What's my HP? I think Magnus would probably drop it until he's fully healed.
So it's 5 rounds. So you'll use 15 of the charge, because you're also going to be healing 5 for Osgood, and then 5 to the bandit.
Yep.
Okay. Osgood heals 5.
So that's 15 out of 15.
I gave Osgood his.
Cool. Thank you. And I'm just trying to denote how many I have left. 15. Excellent.
It might be worth putting as just like a little resource thing in your character sheet.
I already had it
Okay.
as a resource, yeah.
And the bandit heals up to 5 HP. I'm assuming you have him propped against the wooden wall, and even though it looks stone in the picture, it's the best wall I could
Just
find.
snake coiled in rope.
Yeah. He kind of looks in huh, what? Let me go.
The answer is going to be no.
My answer is going to be bite me to anything you ask.
But don't you, if you want to be let go, if you help us, we can let you go, That's kind of what you want. You just got to do something to earn it.
Kind of leans forward. Bite me.
Oh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Sorry.
He just stares at you. Doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna step up and
I think Osgood actually. Sorry for interrupting. He kind of puts his hand on you, Luke relief, and goes, "You should never say anything about anybody's mother. It's not right." Magnus, please continue.
I look at him like he's a fucking idiot.
I was gonna say maybe I step up and cast Ray of Sickness just to make him fucking throw up.
until he tells us. But actually, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
I mean, this guy looks really messed up. Like,
Magnus
he's...
is just gonna kind of stand back and
Zone of truth.
and just
It's not prepared.
Luke, continue.
The dick bag. Oh, you want me to continue?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Oh,
could
you know, I kind of have a great idea here. You know, I
Wait,
think
I
my
wanna
gun
hear
has-
I want to hear what Elle had to say. What did you say?
Oh, I said, I mean, I could bat my eyelashes a bit at him.
Well, his face is melted off, so I don't know if that'll work. He knows better. All right, Luke, what was your plan?
Well, you know, my idea here is I just stick my gun in his face and kind of like brush his teeth with the nozzle. With like the tip of the gun. It's like, you know, I'm pretty sure eventually he'll tell us what we want to know.
The band's just kind of looking back and forth at you guys as you're having this conversation. Like, doesn't really help if you explain it in front of me, you know.
Well, you know, it doesn't really matter, you know, what's said there, because, you know, it all depends on what you say. You know, we could turn you to a heaping pile of ash, or, you know, we could let you go about your merry way. It's all up to you, you know. Comes down to your decisions, you know, as all individuals do, because, you know, there's
or we
always
could-
good in everybody.
Or we could melt off the other half of your face.
and I like point my staff at him.
Give me an intimidation. With advantage since you're both kind of going at it. Well, either one of you can make the roll. So whoever has the higher can go for it.
I'm gonna
I
let you
have
go.
0.
Me too.
I guess I'll do it because my gun is currently in his face.
Yeah. You go, Pudding Man. You go.
Yeah!
Okay. You with that? Okay. Kind of looks and goes, I can't tell you anything. I'm dead either way. I tell you, he kills me. I tell you whatever you want, you kill me.
Oh, you know, why do you think we're here? It's because, you know, he sent us.
If he
You
sent
haven't been keeping up to your
he
end
did
of the
not-
bargain there.
if he sent you, then you would have already been here, since he is already here.
Oh, he wanted to make sure you were doing what he's saying, so he kept us behind to keep an eye on his
Keep an eye, huh?
cronies.
I mean, no matter what you're looking at, he's kind of looking like
I'm deceptive the fuck out
he
of this guy.
knows you're bullshitting. No matter how deceptive you are, with the guy being in town, there's no way in hell he kept some random people back that aren't part of his group to keep an eye on people. That they're just sitting there
Oh.
guarding the entrance so no one can escape. He knows you're lying. No matter how well, if you crit it, he still knows you're lying.
Can I
Okay,
ask real quick? Can I interject really quick? Does he have any visible symbols on his armor or clothing?
Any visible symbol he probably would have had has been just like washed away from the acid.
Well, even so, when we were in battle, did I notice any distinguishing marks of the faction?
Give
or...
me a. It would be probably a history check.
Okay, to recall.
Yep.
Information recall. Can do that.
Okay. You recognized a symbol on his on like his armor. You know it's from another country, but you're not sure which.
Okay, I want to flash. I want to use silent image to cast it to make a kind of fake simile of that image, like in my jacket. I'm gonna flash it like it's a badge, but just real quick
Okay.
from under my cloak.
Okay.
So I want to make a little badge or
Oh,
whatever the
he's
symbol is.
corroborating my story that I've already made up.
Yes, correct. So I'm gonna flash this like fake badge as best as I can remember it, but I'm gonna try and flash it quick, you know, just so he doesn't get
Alright.
a great look at it.
Give me a sleight of hand to see how.
Make sure he
Make sure he doesn't really. I mean, you could probably use your hat to prevent like that type
I
of
would say
stuff.
I'm gonna use my one casting of my hat to do
It's more of he has a chance to determine if it's an illusion or not, being so close to it. But sleight of hand will kind of cancel out that. Like he won't have it at all if you do it well enough, which is like a 15.
I
Otherwise,
can't roll my spell casting ability to see how well I make the illusion instead. That seems more fair.
Well-
I guess for the flash of the badge is what you want.
basically, yeah. So and then
Okay.
if so, then he'll make a save versus your spell save DC. Does that make sense? Because that's how
Damn
it
it.
works. 5. So he gets to
I'm
make
not
this.
smooth.
No.
Can I
I'm anything
argue
but smooth.
because he's being distracted right now by me. Anything he would do would have an advantage roll.
That's true. We're both kind of coming at him.
And he still has a gun in his face, so he's not paying 100% attention.
Sure,
To
why
be
not? It's not a
fair-
big. Go ahead, go for it.
Well, I'll say to be fair, that in my opinion would be him rolling disadvantage on a perception check.
I was depending on how the sleight of hand went. It's gonna depend. It's just gonna be dependent on if I give him either a roll at all, or if he's gonna have some kind, or he's gonna be able to even just make the inside roll.
I don't know. You
So-
adjudicate. You're the dungeon
Yeah.
master.
So if you roll well enough, he's not gonna get a roll at all. It just automatically fails and doesn't notice.
Okay.
Am I right there?
Yeah, everybody's right there right now.
So
Like-
do I need to?
You
do I need to
can have your
roll
advantage. Go and roll sleight of hand one more time for the advantage.
Sorry. I'll go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if I could like look at one of the bodies that I shot.
You can. Give me a half a second. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and go to you, and then I will make the insight roll to see if he can determine if it's an illusion or not. But Elle, what do you want to look at one of the bodies then?
Yeah, I was gonna see if like one of the bodies I shot still had the emblem.
Okay, yeah, there are still some that weren't washed in acid that you could look at. If you want, you can give me a
Okay.
history check and see if you recognize who or what country this is. No, you kind of have the same range. You know it's from a country, but you're not sure which.
Can I like take it?
Yeah, you could you carve
Yeah, I
out
think
that part of the leather armor.
Then can I try and fool this man?
No, because right now I'm gonna roll. Hold on, I'm gonna roll an investigation. After
Better
being
roll
a
fucking
DC
one.
14, he has a +0 to the roll. It's just a
Better roll a fucking 1.
16.
God damn it.
So he looks and goes, "Your magic tricks won't work on me. I know that's a fake.
Can I shoot his dick off?
You can shoot his dick
That's
off.
Intimidation.
Go roll,
I just wanna be like-
roll an attack. You guys, are you guys gonna literally let him shoot
I'm
his dick
using my
off?
crossbow. I'm using my crossbow.
Clarify. If you do more than 5 damage, he dies.
I want to do non-lethal damage to his nether region.
Okay, go ahead.
Shoot him in the
There
grundle.
we go.
Shoot him. He passes out once again as his dick is now bleeding with a new hole in it.
I'm gonna plant my staff in the ground immediately, bringing him back.
All right. He awakens once again, and you just hear ah, 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 and that is what you like. He's just screaming like constantly at this point. He's making a loud racket, potentially making others aware in the area. You guys all realize
Oh, hold that dot there. I need to.
he's still just screaming.
Shut the fuck up, guys.
Ah, ah, ah.
At this point, Magnus is going to step around the wall and try and do arcane recovery as fast as he can,
Which is
which is 30 minutes. So if something interrupts before then.
okay. So he just ah. But go ahead. If you look while the screaming is like echoing in your ears, who are you going to talk to?
I'm gonna talk to Elle then. Well, Elle, if you talk to people the right way and you know the right things to say, they will give you all the information you could possibly want there. They'll ask the right questions to give you the right information. So I think, if you're right to ask the right questions, he might,
Take it
you know
out.
what I mean, right?
Just take it out.
Can I?
Somebody please help.
Since I'm-
Hold that thought there for a second. I walk over
It
Ah!
was me talking.
around his head so I don't think you're the shit.
You gagged him.
Like, yeah, I don't want to listen to that shit. You?
It's just. What's up? Continue.
Since I previously looked at the bodies, can I like suggest it that he looks at it, or is
You
that
can do that. Yeah.
okay? Hey, do you mind taking a look at the
You can.
emblem on the bandit's armor?
If I saw it, maybe do you have it there, or do I have to go somewhere, or like?
yeah, I did take it.
Mm-hmm.
I pull it out and show him.
I look at it. Can you describe what it looks like to me?
It is a it's just a circular crest. Kind of has like an etched boarding or border around it with a It has a large like tree, kind of like like Druidic looking trees symbol on it.
God.
With in front of it, it has a flame.
So one more time.
It is a circle with kind of like an etched border, with like a Druidic tree, with a flame in the front. It's a
Is
sigil.
this something I might have seen before?
I need a history check. See if you recognize it. You do not. You know it's from a country. You're not sure which one.
Wouldn't I get an advantage because she told me this?
No,
information?
not at all. You all know the exact same amount of information. This is knowledge. This isn't like we're using our brains and syncing up together. So none of you are quite sure.
Can we
Walk
ask
over to the
us?
guy. Walk over to the guy. You know, that Brandon is here. It's not going to be good for you if they know that you're here. Oh, while we're here, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to draw the Shadowguard emblem on his breastplate right now.
He's just still screaming like no other. He is not. I mean, it's a really kind of crappy, shoddy version of the Shadowguard symbol, just because he's moving around so much.
I'm on the face and be like, "Oh, hey there, buddy. Guess what? You know, we can leave you here, and we don't have to worry about you or your friends because you're not going to get rid of you anyway. So it really doesn't matter to me, you know." Anyway, if you were betting, would you say that they really have a chance against us? Because I really think they don't have a chance.
All he's doing, you're like monologuing to a guy who's in massive pain, who's not really paying attention to a word you're saying. There's still an arrow in his dick.
All right, I'm gonna tear his ears off.
Give me a.
Like, not really, but just.
You're just trying to make it hurt more. His scream stays.
Listen to me when I'm talking to you.
He passes out.
God damn it!
Passes out from the pain.
Is there a well or anything around here?
You can look on the map, but I didn't. There is.
A barrel, a well.
There's some barrels. There is a a fountain in the middle. Like you can't really see it from here, but if you went a little bit further in, you could find like a fountain in the middle of like a small square.
Oh, you mean this thing over here I can see?
I'll ping it. Yeah, right there.
Can I drag him over there and just throw him in it? Get him out of my life.
Okay, you guys just gonna let him just start.
Wait, can we
He's
ask-
doing something for 30 minutes. Only Elle can stop me. And the Paladin, of course.
I am deep in study.
Can we ask Osgood if he knows the symbol though? That's what I was trying to ask earlier.
Yeah, Oscar looks at you and just goes, "I have no idea.
Yeah,
My
we're
concern,
all idiots
my
here.
concern is this country and this country alone." He goes, "I will work on them afterwards." And then, yeah, I think as you get ready to start, like, you untie him, he just start to drag.
No. I'm dragging him. I'm not untie him.
You start just dragging him by his heel, like just trudging him along, and that is the point when from around one of the corners, a few of his buddies come walking out and go, "What's going on over here?"
Oh, hey! It's about time you show up here.
As soon as they
This
see you
guy's a traitor.
dragging,
This guy's a traitor here. He's got the Shadowguard symbol on him there.
so
Deception!
uh,
I'm deceiving them purposely.
you
Fuck these people. They're dumb as bricks.
you're deceiving them when we have a paladin in full armor, a rogue standing out in the open, and you carrying a tied up body towards the middle of town with a dick in his or an arrow in his dick.
Have you ever heard of hired guns, man? Don't you know? These guys are here because they work for me. I know I sound a little different, but that's fine. They work for me. I pay the money there, and they come and they do the dirty work for me, you know. Sometimes you need to be a little more resourceful, you know. Mercenaries aren't something that don't come across every day. Now, you gonna help me dump this traitor in the well or not?
Go ahead and give me a deception. I'll roll an insight for them.
DM,
Dirty ass motherfucker.
am I in earshot of this?
Oh yes, he's being quite loud.
Is 30 minutes past?
No,
No.
it's been
How
like
close am I getting?
it's been like 10 minutes. It has not been that long. The guy was, I mean, they really only had a quick conversation, and then he's been slowly kind of dragging him over.
Okay, Magnus is gonna
I'm still
give up.
dragging him over regardless. I want
Magnus
to
is
sell
gonna
this
give up his
idea.
arcane recovery, and he's gonna walk around the corner, and he's gonna try and flash the fake badge one more time.
No, don't do it! You have a
So-
real badge!
Ma-
Why would you do that?
Magnus, what do you do? Like you walk, I'm like, boom.
I don't have the real badge, but I'm assuming I've seen it more clearly and can replicate it better now, right?
Yeah, I would give them. I mean, are you
I'm not
are you
doing
gonna
it
quick
from memory
flash,
this
or are you
time.
gonna be like, hey, how you doing this?
I want to ask, well, because if I like tear it off of their clothing, it's obviously torn off their clothing.
This
You
is
know
my
what I mean?
badge.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. So I'm gonna close my I'm sitting over here on the other side of this wall, and I'm like sitting on my ass reading a book, and then I hear all this mess going on. So I close my book and think to myself, I look at these bodies and I try and observe the symbol. One of these has got to be unmelted.
Yeah, there are. I'll even carve one off a different body. There's a few.
Yeah,
of them.
and then I'm gonna cast the silent image of it emblazoned onto my shirt in a similar fashion to the way it's emblazoned on their shirt.
Okay.
And that's my last spell slot. So I'm running on cantrips, and then I'm gonna walk around the corner and just walk up behind Luke and say, "What's going on here?" and flash my badge at them.
Luke, go ahead and roll with deception with advantage.
I did. 17.
Okay, so 17.
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's fine.
Convolute things.
Ah, you know, these hosers here, they don't want to help us get rid of this traitor we caught.
Well, he's got the
maybe we
Shadowguard
should go
symbol
tell
right
the
there.
boss there.
They do,
The
do
boss
they?
can go deal
He
with
does.
them. Don't you know? They're kind of not good at whatever they do.
I mean, he has the Shadowguard symbol right on his armor.
He does. Let me see it.
No, it's right there. Can you not see it?
No,
there?
they're a little bit far. They're a little bit far away from you, so they start walking towards you. At this point, it's He walks
It's
towards
right
you.
there. Can't you see? As I
Luke,
point clearly
would you
before I
please
drew it.
roll me a performance check for this thing? Because I didn't think we were gonna need one. I want to see how well you drew it.
Wouldn't it be a forgery?
I'll give you advantage on it.
Can I roll my kit instead?
I
Because
want,
performance is
you can
charisma,
roll-
this is intelligence.
that's true. It'd be a performance intelligence check.
Which would be pretty.
Can I, how do you want me to roll it? Because I don't think it should be a performance. What I'm doing now is deception, and it's in a way a performance. But me drawing, it's not performance.
I also in a sense feel like it's more dexterity because you're trying to draw quickly and properly, so you need that deftness to your hand when you're doing it. So go ahead and roll
That
me.
would be sleight of hand. That would not be performance.
You could do sleight of hand, or you could do a dexterity.
Sleight of hand it is.
Okay.
It's shittily draw, but it doesn't matter.
You can go. Are you an idiot? After all this yelling, you can't tell it's a fake.
Well, you know, he's kind of got it at his thing. Maybe he's part of working for them or trying to get their favoritism. You should know more. Who taught you how to think there? Obviously,
Who
no
taught
one.
you how to
Let's go
think?
talk to the boss. The boss will
You
clear
want to
this
talk
all
to the
up.
boss, huh?
Oh, why are you giving me that attitude there? You're the dumbass.
I'm the dumbass for asking to go see the
Yeah.
boss.
Why didn't you carry this dead weight over there then? And you can kind of point it out, eh? Get to it.
He looks at you. He kind of laughs and just like because you're this like 3 foot tall guy with what? It's green hair, correct? You,
No, it's
color hair?
it's kind of like an aqua.
It's teal.
and you're just like
Oh,
you're looking.
it's
You're
funny
looking at
to
this
make fun of a
6
short
foot.
guy, eh?
You're looking at
You
this.
think it's funny to make sure I'm a short guy, eh?
He didn't
You
say-
don't wanna talk
hey,
to this guy. You don't want to talk to the boss. You just
know
wait
what?
till I get a word.
You
with
want
and
to see
you
the
where
boss?
You are at.
You can see the boss. I don't
Yeah.
mind. He'll take care of you. if he
Carry
needs
his
to.
dead weight over there, then, and you could show it to him. Obviously, you're not smart enough
No,
to know
no,
what it
no,
looks
no,
like
no,
there.
no, no. I think you've got it. You can carry him. We'll take you to the boss.
No, can't you see it? He's like twice my size there. Don't
Yeah,
you
I
know?
know.
You're just kind of being a jerk, you know. Did
Yeah.
your mother teach you to do that too?
Here, Osgood. You shouldn't talk about other people's mothers. I told you this before. And then he.
Ah!
And then,
Don't you know you're too busy going around there trying to deflower this country, you know?
so he kind of looks at you and goes, "No, I think you can carry him. They'll slow you down, give you some time to cool off, and think with your head before you go see the
think
boss."
You're making fun of me now there. You're lucky I pay you to be here, because if you don't...
Look,
if that
Shorty,
was the case,
I don't have enough time with this. You know what?
No.
Magnus is gonna
you could
pipe
just
up.
walk away there for the moment there. and
Magnus
cool
is gonna
yourself
pipe up and say, Luke, and do this motion, and then I'm gonna turn to the head of the bandits and say,
How far away is the boss?
He's not far. Middle of town. We've rounded up most of the folks there. Taking care. Well, to keep them there, it's easier to loot. Less deaths. That we can come back another time.
Okay.
Oh, while you're at it there, make sure you loot this house. It hasn't been looted. You guys are shitty at your jobs there. Let's start dragging the body towards the center of town.
Okay, here we go.
All right. So, as you go through the town, you actually witness a few things while you're walking with these guards. At one point, you see a man in black robes just setting fire to buildings. He's just lighting them up, not with like a torch, but literally just shooting out little like fire bolts out at the buildings and just lighting them up.
These are nondescript black.
Nothing. I mean, not unless you walked over and like got close to him to talk to him, would you be able to really tell? But from what you can see, they're just black robes. You can't see any real easy symbol on them. You can't see his face. Nothing like that. You just see a man in black robes.
I motion L to come over.
You continue to walk. I mean, oh.
I motion L to come over.
I'm gonna assume that I'm walking with everybody.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I whisper to L. Hey, L, in the worst situation, make sure that, that fucker there, that hoser dies first, you okay?
Will do.
All right. So, yeah, you witness this person lighting things on fire. At one point, you're all walking. I think Oscar looks at me and goes, "I don't know how good of an idea. I don't know how good. You have about 8 guys with you right now that are."
Okay.
And then you're going towards the middle. And then Oscar kind of goes, I don't know how good of an idea this is. We're going to the heart.
Shut up there.
He's not looking at you. He's just kind of whispering to Magnus. We just lost somebody. I think we lost... we lost them both.
Oh, something weird happened.
Both of them gone. But he looks and just kind of goes, we're going to the center of town. We're going right into the heart of the swarm. This wasn't the best idea. But at that same point, you see another... Actually, no, I don't want to use that one. I'll use that one next. So you see, instead, a bunch of guards that were like fortifying a position, like trying to defend at one of the buildings, and you start seeing them getting overrun by another pack of raiders that maybe if you guys weren't walking with this group, you could have probably helped defend. And I was just, I don't have a good feeling about this. This is not smart. And that's at the exact moment he says that, you watch as a boy and a girl come running out from one of the alleyways and start fleeing as you see like 3 or 4 of the bands just right behind him, just like, run as far as you can. You're not getting away.
Stop there.
They
Those
don't stop.
I called down. You go and you... and I start running after them. That's mine.
And then you get like, one guy goes, we're not leaving him here. You, get back now.
No, you get back here. They're mine to take care of.
That's no. The guy you were walking with originally.
Are they running over there?
No, they're still walking. Like, no, let them go. They have it clearly.
No,
You come with us.
You don't
Now.
understand. I am bloodthirsty, you know.
You're gonna make the boss wait.
You know, he can wait and show that I'm true to the cause, obviously. You gotta sell the idea.
He goes.
If you so doubt me, you know, you dumbass. Poser.
He goes. We see the boss now. Well, we inform the boss that you think you're too good for his time. You make your decision quickly.
I go with Magnus.
He goes, no.
Magnus is keeping his mouth shut and following these men.
Magnus, you start watching as Ogwood starts to fall farther back behind and kind of drifts into an alleyway as you guys are walking towards the center.
Do I notice this as well?
Probably all maybe make note of it.
I kind of make more of a ruckus just cursing my way over there about how idiots they are and how this is all going to get resolved shortly and they're going to get punished to make a distraction so he can slip away. Because I assume he's going to go do what I think he's going to go do.
Yeah, you can make that assumption. So yeah, Osgood's...
So I'm going to make a racket to give him an out.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are almost in the middle of town at this point. You're not... I mean, it's not a very... Or village. It's not a very big place. I can't zoom out for some reason. Why can't I zoom out? Weird. There we go. So this is... I will move you guys in 2 seconds. I gotta move it on this thing here. So I don't have all the villagers in this case. I'm gonna zoom out far for the chat to see. You guys are now with your little doodads right about there. We're just Osgood is not with you. L. Magnus. You see in the middle of the town.
Oh man.
You see these 5 kind of around. You see most of, I can actually they're more like this, as the villagers are kind of in between them at this point, kind of like they're guarding it. And then you have the other 8
Oh my goodness.
that are with you.
Oh, if only someone had Dragon's Breath still.
So what's
Solve
up
a
with-
lot of problems.
What's going on with this undead token?
Did I put an undead token somewhere? Why is that an undead token? Is it undead?
It looks like a zombie to me.
No, that one is not a zombie.
The one I'm pinging is definitely a skeleton
What?
with a sword.
I don't see a ping anywhere. What's going on here? Oh, up there? I don't know why that's there.
I was like, no, this.
I was probably making a token, and then it just ended up being there. That doesn't exist.
Yeah. I was just wondering if that was like representing the leader or anything. So
No,
far
no,
we
no.
don't.
You do see the leader. I will ping him in a half a
This one right
second.
here, yeah.
It's that one right there, yes. You see him staying there. All the townsfolk are surrounded in the center. And then you watch. Actually, he goes, "There's the boss. Why don't you take your captive and go explain to him what's going on?" And I'm sure he'll understand since he's the one who would have hired you.
Oh, don't you know? Gets the back there. You better know your place and stay behind here. As I drag the body over there.
He kind of just looks at you like how I'm looking at you right now, like, okay.
Dumbass.
He goes, "Good luck. I mean, if you're lying, it's no sweat off my back. It's just a few more people to kill." All right, so you move forward towards the captain.
Are they all by themselves over there?
No, there's.
Same with the group?
I mean, there's those 5, and then in the middle.
No. I mean, like the rest of my party. Are they all back?
Where's
there?
you guys all stay back there? Is that the assumption?
It'd probably be wise to not follow me, but that's just my.
I think I'm gonna hang tight with these group of guards here at the edge of the clearing and see what's gonna happen.
So, Luke, you walk forward.
Can I ready a spell? Can I do a readied action?
Yeah. I mean, in this situation, you're prepared for shit to go wrong, so I can understand that.
What is okay? So my cantrips are pretty much all 60-footers. Yeah. I'm just gonna. I guess I'm just going to cast Necrotic Shroud on the closest guy to me as soon as I see Luke is attacked
Okay.
or attacks. Can I say that? Is that
Well, either way, it's fine.
two optional?
Yeah, it's optional.
Once Luke enters combat, then I want to Necrotic Shroud the closest. No, I want to. Excuse me. I want to Ray of Frost the closest one to me.
Okay. I like that.
And I'm gonna put a little blue dot on my guy to show he's got a Ray of Frost ready.
Okay. So you.
You can't quite see the party.
Oh, I
on
mean,
the-
yep, you're right. Let me fix that slightly.
No worries.
No, I have to zoom out a little bit farther. I thought I zoomed in too close.
I think you scroll down a little bit, it'd be fine.
Nah, I tried that. It didn't work. I had to zoom out a little bit.
Alright, I think I have what I want to say, Aaron.
All right. So,
Prepared?
Luke, you walk forward.
Put him down, kick him forward. Oh, hey there, you got a traitor here in your midst, you know. It's one of these Shadowguard scumbags here. You're lucky we came along here and solved your problem. You're lucky that they followed us through.
Are you
this
talking as loud as you're talking
situation.
right now for everybody to hear? Or
Oh,
are you...
you know, I'm kind of talking straight to him, but I'm speaking loudly because it helps me with my accent there, you
I
hoser.
just wanted to make sure it wasn't the loudness was like everybody can hear me calling him out, or if it was.
I feel like he doesn't really have a quiet. He doesn't have a quiet
Well,
setting.
he has a like loud and slightly less loud. I think is really what it is.
He was trying to get a message out there. You know, we kind of intercepted it there. He was trying to get some more forces to come down, you know, counteract us here in our operations there.
So, first off, who the hell are you?
Who do you think sent me there? You know, the guy sent me here.
The guy.
He wants to make sure you follow through on your job, and you're supposed to know.
Roll
Did
me
he
a
not tell you
deception.
about anything.
He's showing me a deception. The guy. Let's see if he falls for the guy.
What do you want me to roll?
A deception. The guy.
Let's see if he falls for the guy.
An
I'm trying to be
8,
vague
huh?
so he gives me information, okay?
He goes, the guy. He goes, which guy?
You should know which guy I'm talking
Oh,
about.
no, I know exactly who we're talking about, but I don't think I've ever seen you before. We don't work with
No,
mercenaries.
don't you? You know, I'm not a mercenary. I'm kind of, a deep cover agent here. I was, sent to scout the area out before, and this guy here is trying to get a message out.
Go.
Let me do you the favor and just get rid of him now. As I point my crossbow to the back of the guy's head, who's clearly knocked out.
Yeah, he's gone. He kind of looks and just goes, no,
Hey,
it's
rid of
fine.
him.
Why
He's
don't
not worth your
why
time
don't you
or
go?
effort.
No, it's fine. We can sort this out. I'll wait for him to wake up. We can then have a conversation about what happened. We can get his side of the story, and then we'll decide what to do from there.
Of course, you're gonna listen to a traitor who's gonna, be a mole. Okay, we'll wait for your time there. But in the meantime, do you got any elven pudding?
Who eats that disgusting crap?
Well, don't you know it's a halfling that likes that disgusting crap there?
I guess it's a short people thing. Right. And he kind of looks around. Like,
Oh, is he paying attention to me at the moment when he makes that right?
he's like, and they kind of like chuckle a little bit, and not necessarily completely. He's aware of you. Are you gonna try to point your gun and shoot him? Because if he's gonna notice that,
No, wait, shoot who?
what are you gonna try to do? Because I mean, he's semi-aware of you. I guess would be the best way. He's not like for like the 2 seconds he goes, huh?
But don't you know? You can just ask one of my accomplices here. They'll tell you the truth there.
Oh, one of your friends.
Oh yeah.
What about all the people? What about all my people that were at the front?
Oh, why don't you? You gotta trust your people who can't even read.
Who said they couldn't read?
I imagine because they're dumb as bricks. You don't necessarily have the smartest people here.
So you come in, say that
By
one
all
of
means,
my
why don't you go ask them yourselves there? I'll stand right here and wait. I got nothing else to do. As I stand there to wait, ushering him by to go ask the other people.
Do you want Elle to make a stealth check? I don't know if you've been keeping up with us. In
I'm
chat.
kind of looking at yes, Elle, if you want to try to sneak away, go ahead and roll me a stealth. 19. So, Magnus, are you thinking about sneaking away? Or you're still just kind of ready to your action?
Nope,
now?
I'm just gonna whistle and act like I belong with this group of guys I'm with. Yeah, just drawing
Well,
circles
hey.
in the dirt with my toe and just watching in horror internally, but keeping a straight face
Right.
on the
So,
outside.
Elle, you start to sneak away. Where do you go?
Good question.
All the buildings are roughly about 10 to 20 feet tall, versus
Yeah,
2
like-
versus 1 story.
2 different alleyways you can kind of.
Yeah, there's 2 separate ways to go and all that type of stuff.
This would be way easier if one of us passed that history check.
I know we're fucking really
I mean,
flying by the seat of our pants here.
Can I chill behind this house?
Which one?
you could try chilling wherever you want to try chilling.
Yeah, like
Chill in the house.
just make sure you can still keep an eye on what's.
Oh, why is that so big? Yeah, it's so stupid.
They getting put in chains. Oh god, no.
I don't know why the
Chat
tokens are.
thinks- Chat thinks we're all gonna be slaves.
They maybe. I like this plan, chat. Chat, you're a genius. So
Don't give the dungeon master ideas. Chat.
always get dungeon
Yeah,
master
you mean
ideas, chat.
Stokes isn't a genius. Stokes is just Australian.
Jazzy, where are you sneaking off to?
It's off to the left a bit.
I'm just filling in people.
Like around the other side of that house, maybe?
I don't. It's not in combat, so I can just.
Yeah, you can just kind of move.
Yeah, you can
The
just
conversation's
kinda
just
be-
kind of happening with Luke as you're like. "Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo."
It's basically directly left of where everybody in the middle is.
Move your token where you want to be.
Yeah, move yourself.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So you're you're really taking a wide berth around.
Yeah, you kind of.
Whoa, somebody got huge.
They've all been huge.
Big peasants.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been able to like not make them huge. It's been kind of annoying.
Check out my new band. We're dropping our album, Big Peasants.
So, Al moves that way. He goes, nah, it's fine. We'll have them come over here. At least the one.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry, dear. Did they not train you how to walk extra feet there? You're so lazy. I'll go get them myself.
Okay. You start
Hey,
walking
hey,
away.
hey,
Would you
I
quickly...
said if you were lazy, I'm gonna go do it there.
I
And
understood
you
that
didn't give me
completely.
a response.
You start walking away. As you
Not
do,
threateningly. Not threateningly.
maybe in walking, but
okay.
not in
Hold on.
words. As you hear this
Oh.
shing, as he unsheaths his weapon.
Oh, I turned around and I shoot him in the goddamn face and call him a, you know, what's the word I'm gonna call him? Not coward.
Don't matter, we're gonna roll initiative for that anyways.
I'm still gonna shoot him in the face though.
Can I do my readied
I
spell?
hear shit.
You can do your ready spell as you watch, as you see like the guard captain like start pulling the weapon as as Luke turns around. As you, I thought you were going to necrotic shroud.
No, I changed it to Ray of Frost
I'm
last
set.
minute.
Yeah, you should.
Can I
you're
roll?
both God.
Can I roll with advantage as well for a surprise? Or?
Yeah, I don't think they're necessarily completely ready. They're more waiting, watching kind of what's going on there, watching this
Yeah.
loudmouth
I was,
halfling.
saying, I was trying to stay at their backs for a reason, so
15 does hit the one right in front of you.
that's what I wanted to hit. Cool. And then damage
Oh,
for
I
that
gotta
will be
clear out.
3 cold damage, and he's at negative 10 movement speed for his next turn.
Okay. Like that doesn't matter. You're right next to him. Like
Yeah, well, if I go before him, I am running.
Mhm.
So, running the fuck away. I have no spell slots.
Oh, are we redoing this? I'll re-roll my thing so you can fix it.
Man, we should have asked questions to the dead bodies. Why didn't we think about that?
You guys said that also, yeah.
It's only yes
Oh,
or no
you already,
questions.
I already
so
had
don't
your
know how
spec
much.
on there.
We still wouldn't have gotten anyone's names or anything. And Osgood, I can't roll for because I don't know if Osgood is still
Osgood,
alive.
you can.
I'm gonna assume Osgood is actually already been caught and put on a spit and being roasted on the other side of the village
Yeah.
right now.
At this,
But I'll
Use
roll with
his hand.
initiative.
you can roll
just
as
in
initiative.
case.
I will let you know. I'm proud of you.
Useless paladin.
Also, it didn't put his initiative in the turn order because I can't select his token.
That's weird. I just added his token though, so
Well, it only adds it if you have the token selected usually.
right. I just put him out on the map for the moment.
Oh, you did? I didn't see him.
He's over off to the right side. If you look on the bushes,
I see him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where.
That's my boy.
Yeah, it's where you see Oz. That's kind of where Osgood is at this point. He dispatched the bandits with a little bit of damage, but saved the children and have now. He's kind of like watching what's going on as, yeah. So Magnus makes his one attack, hits the one in front of him for, how much did you hit him for? 3 cold.
3.
Boom. We're gonna.
And some of those peasants have pizza paddles. I want to see them snapping.
So it is now. Let's go ahead and add the peasant's turn, which they're all in the freaking map background, of course. They're gonna act as one, so I'm just gonna use.
If you click the turn initiative button for the token, it should work for NPCs as well. If you didn't know that.
It would, but I have to move them all off the map background because I wasn't planning on having to move them so quickly. It's not a huge deal. So I'm just gonna roll one of them. Roll initiative.
Huh?
There we go.
There you go.
So they move on 10 is when they move. All right. It is going to be this music options instead.
Of course he rolls a fucking 21 to go first.
As the bandit captain gets first strike. So Luke, he starts to walk forward. He pulls it out.
Oh, is
He takes
walking?
he takes a couple steps forward and he goes. You see him with the gun. He goes, "What is that stick going to do?" As he then
Oh,
makes
Would you like
two.
to stand there and find out?
He takes 2 swings with a scimitar at you. He doesn't have his other
This
weapon out.
fucking scimitar? What a piece of shit.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. There you go. 24 and a 19. You take
So it'll take
12
12?
damage.
Okay.
As he goes, maybe I will.
Who taught you how to hit? Your mother?
Who taught you how to hit it? You're like coughing up a little bit of
Who
blood.
taught you how to hit? Your husband?
What's your maximum HP? Because it's not correct. It's not on your bar anymore.
23. I didn't subtract from here.
That's what you can subtract now.
That music's a little bit loud.
I will adjust that right now.
No worries. Just want to let you know.
Appreciate
I feel like
it.
if I'm having a hard time hearing you guys, that means they're having a hard time hearing you guys on stream.
Hey, can I free action a potion or no?
No,
We never went over that rule.
it's a bonus action.
Potions are an action.
It's a bonus action in my rules.
Oh, yay! I love that.
All right, I got 2. I just keep.
So
popping
as
those
he
bad
ends
boys.
his turn, Magnus, you are up.
Okay, I'm not even going to take a disengage action. I'm just going to risk it one attack of opportunity, and I am going to dash.
It's 2. You're next to 2 guys.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I'm still risking it.
Okay.
I should have my mage armor on, so I'm still AC 14, and I still have 6 temporary hit. Wait, how long does
You know
pulse
what?
life last?
1 hour.
Yeah, I should be good there too then.
20. All right, they both miss because neither of them have their weapons out yet. It hasn't been their turn, so I was just gonna punch you.
Okay, so that was just my first movement. Then I'm gonna dash,
Okay.
and I'm actually going to. I'm at least gonna go to there. Let me see. Anything else I can do?
Wait, did he attack me from there? He's got a 15-foot
Oh,
range.
I didn't move him.
Bullshit.
There we go.
I am just gonna hide out in this alley. I'm not actually really hiding. I'm just waiting for my next turn to run
Right.
into a more advantageous attacking position. is
Okay.
all.
I like it.
And that will be Magnus's turn.
All right.
All right.
I like to bonus action, take a potion. And that is what, a D8 plus what? Smell win?
Go ahead.
Smell you?
What is it? Just a D8?
Yeah.
I get 7 HP back.
Oh no, it's fine. It's still within the realm.
Awesome. And then I'm going to say he only gets 1 attack on a disengage, right? Or just run away.
If you disengage, he would get 1 attack of opportunity. Yes, so 1 attack.
This song is also loud as fuck.
Okay,
I took
I'm
it down,
going
I thought.
to after
I'd
doing
say-
that.
I think it switched to a new song, didn't it?
It did, but I
Because
turned it
bonus
down.
action, I'm going to just haul ass and sprint away
You find it.
to here, calling him a little bitch on the way out.
Weird. Call him a little
That's
bitch and
so
run
much
with
better
him
Going woo, 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 woo,
You're making that noise as you're attacking him?
as he's
as I'm
running.
running away from him.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Woo, 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 woo.
Okay. So you run away, and then it is now the bandit's turn.
Is he not taking an attack of opportunity against me?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the music stuff.
Sorry.
You take 5.
It's someone else's turn.
You take 5 damage.
Whatever. Only worth it. He'll be chasing me around forever.
Okay. It is now the bandit's turn.
Oy.
So the bandits see what's happening. The 2 go running around the corner. For you, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, and that's as far as he can go. And he goes, can he see you?
Yeah, he should be able to.
Yeah, he can just kind of see you. Like, he can see, like,
He probably catches
Your
me just
back end.
disappearing around that corner as he comes, you know?
yeah, he goes, you're not going to get away that easy. As the other one comes, he goes, I found him. He's around the corner. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to pull out his crossbow and shoot it at you. 14. You have your mage armor on.
Yeah, my armor class is 14 with mage armor.
Oh, you only have +1 dex?
Yep.
Okay.
Still
So-
better than my 11 normal armor class.
You take 7 damage as
Alright,
one
so
hits you
that's
right
my-
in the
That's
ass.
my temporary hit point pool is gone.
Okay. These bandits here start moving into the villagers and attack them.
No!
We watch 3 of them die. It's got really loud. I'm just back to the other music playlists for now.
I actually really like this playlist. It just
I
needs
do
to be
too.
a little quieter.
It's just have to adjust each and every one. It's hard. There's a lot of songs. Oh, I'll mess with it a little bit. So, we got bandits that can kill a few of these ones. I'm just gonna slowly like move them in as they die. because the entire like area is surrounded by them.
Oh, they're starting to kill peasants.
They're
Fuck.
starting to kill peasants over there. These ones, they saw him run, so they're gonna go for Luke. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh no,
30,
I feel like I gotta save the peasants.
30.
Plus the girl is in this town or whatnot.
Yeah, right.
My hope is that they all get in the fucking way of this guy with the scimitar and I can drag him around town forever.
My hope is
Fighting
that
them guys.
this little girl. I hope this little girl appears and saves us with a horde of zombies.
These ones
that
dash
attack.
towards the rest of the group. As L, you are up.
Oh, boy.
Snipe them! Kill them all!
I guess I'll. If I move here, can I get like? Can I be hidden from the?
Once you make
Master
a shot, they're all gonna be aware where you're at for the most part.
But-
If someone's gonna get hit from that way, they're gonna know someone's that way. If you make your bonus action to hide again, they're obviously not gonna know where you're at. They know the direction. They may not know exactly where you're at. If that makes any sense with the hide.
So
But you're
can I-
already hidden right now. You're already stealth at the moment.
Yeah, but I want to hit the big guy.
And then you could move. You could move out, shoot them, move back, and then take the hide action as your bonus action. Does that make sense?
Well, from where I'm at, half my movement speed wouldn't be enough to see him?
I mean, you could just go up.
Or, yeah.
You could just go right here, like come out,
Okay.
and then shoot down, and then run 15 feet back, and then hide.
So, like. Oh,
Yeah.
And then, I reloaded, so I have to pull my.
It's fine. Sorry, this is a very big, like, intense map. Because every single one of these buildings and, like, stuff, even the chimneys are all... Well, the roads are all that I did myself.
Fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun making it.
And then move back and hide.
Longbow, yep, you take a shot for a 13. Does a 13 hit him? What is his AC? It does not. It starts going towards him. You just watch him slice the arrow right out of the air. And just splits it in half. Oh, shit! Run back. Go and roll a stealth roll.
Alright.
Because he, like, turns to look where you're at. I'll roll it for you really fast, then. Oh, actually, just roll when you get a chance. We'll just move on to Osgood for the moment. 24 is more than well. He kind of turns to look, and there's no one there where you took the shot from. Osgood's turn. Osgood is hiding kind of stealth in those bushes right now. But he also sees a lot of, like, innocent victims in danger in front of him.
So Osgood is going to, let's see. The Divine Smite's once per short rest, right?
Divine Smite uses a spell slot.
It
So
does.
as many spell slots as you have, he can use it. Technically.
Sick. Well, that was 3. Okay, so he's gonna charge in.
Okay?
Let me take one quick look at his spell list. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Can you use the word command die?
He cannot do that.
Damn it.
Command die would just make him sleep.
Basically, it makes them like, yeah, they sleep for a tiny bit.
Stop
Yeah,
breathing.
that works.
What's the range on this? Okay. Sorry, I'm almost ready. And
Man, flee.
so he's gonna run 30 feet in, and he's still kind of too far from the party to cast anything. He's gonna just take his dash action for this turn.
Intimidate?
Okay. So that is.
And I'm just trying to see if he has, no bonus action spells, so that'll be it for Oz
That's good.
for now.
It is now the peasants, and they see what's going on. They see you fighting, and they are just going to try to jump on all of these bandits that are around them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make athletic rolls for the commoners. They usually have just a plain +0. So do the bandits. So we're going to make opposed strength, and we'll see if they're able to, like, pin them down, basically.
Okay.
So I'm going to make some rolls here. First one is commoner. It's a set of 3 for each guy. What? No, 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 no.
That's good.
18. It was in a dice roll. That's why. This one's the bandit for the first one, top left. It's a tie. So,
Give it to the peasants,
because there's more of them, I'm going to give it to the peasants. So they dive on top of this person. This person's dead, so I'm just going to move him out of the open over there. Why can't I move that one? He's in the background, that's why. So these three are on top of him. He is considered grappled.
Yes.
We'll use this back-breaking one, because he's literally being dogpiled on. So we're going to go to the top. There's two of them. They roll a 17. The bandit rolls a 5 as they grapple him.
Nice. Bandits rolling like shit. Peasants rolling really good.
Yeah. So the 8 peasants to the south of that are going to try to jump on the 2. First one's a 15 for the commoners, and a 3, and then the other set of 4. All right. Peasants are all over these guys right now.
Hell yeah! Defend your own town, motherfuckers.
They are attempting to do so. And I think we can have a couple more. We'll do one more roll. So, yeah, the peasants are just dogpiling on these guys with no issue, and they're all being grappled and held in place.
Yes.
So I will move them continually, but their turn is up, as it's now the bandit's turn. And he can still see you, Luke. So, because of how far away you are... Okay. Oh, you're too far away for reading that. It's fine.
Hey, he's gotta go 2 people.
That's not a big deal at all. So he will move. He can move 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He takes out 2 daggers and just whips them both at you.
Oh, man.
So first attack. How far away are you, by the way? 25 feet. They're at disadvantage by 5 feet.
Yes.
Ooh. AC is 14.
So you get hit for 14 for 6.
What? I thought it was the same. It's
If you hit it, you know. If you hit it, you hit them. And then a 15 for 7.
Wait, how much did I get hit for total?
You got
13?
hit for 13 total.
Oh, I'm
As
down.
we watched 2 daggers just and Luke just like turned looking and just
I'm
stabbed in the
down.
back, or both hit him in the back, and he just face plants onto the ground. None of you see it. Because none of you are in sight, except for maybe Osgood. The person that Luke has been oh so kind to.
He's busy, okay? I understand. I will be remembered for this.
Even if
As
Lucas
the-
treated him like shit, I feel like Osgood is a valiant man. No matter how many flowers he's plucked.
Magnus, it is your turn.
Luke, don't talk like that. You're not dead yet.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'll roll well on my.
There's no being remembered. There's just being alive. All right. Well, one thing I will say is Magnus is built for kiting. So I'm gonna Ray of Frost, the one that's more out in the open, the most southern.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't have
fellow
cover.
there.
13 hits.
On him, and the damage is
8. Very nice.
and
Yeah.
he's -10 movement.
Yep. You hit him for 8. He's like freezing. He's cold. He's got a little bit of frostbite, but he's not
Nice.
dead.
Sweet. I shot a beam of frost out of my hands, then I ran.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
I saw, like, as soon as Osgood, like, came out of the square, Magnus was like, "Oh, thank the Lord!" and just, like, starts running for Osgood, like, terrified. Magnus would be much more comfortable battling some zombies. So. Alright, that is gonna be it for Magnus.
It is Luke's turn. Luke, will you give me a death saving throw? 1 success. As Luke ends his turn, it is now the bandits' turn. The bandits all make these villagers have no AC as they each one kills off one of them around them.
Nice. I mean, not nice. You
Hey,
can
if
do
they
it,
all
little
get
peasant.
pinned down, shouldn't they all have to like?
They have an
disadvantage shit on
AC.
their rolls?
There's no way they're missing. It's 4 of them. It's a 4%. They're not
If they're all
missing.
dogpiled,
They
should
can
all
crit
have
fail.
disadvantage Or be prone.
Fine, I will make an
I mean,
attack
if you're
for each one.
grappled, you should have
1,
disadvantage.
2, 3, 4. You guys are the lucky SOBs ever. I will save 3 of them.
Yeah, damn right you will.
And I'll save that one. Fine.
Yes.
They're only able to kill one as they're struggling to try to stab them all. The useless peasants. The other ones turn and they see you, Magnus. And you just watch as a hailstorm of bolts come flying at you.
Oh, no.
Actually, yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20. He can see you. 5, 10, 15,
Which
20,
ones? These ones?
25, 30.
Oh, those guys.
So there's these two here, and the two from below are going to just launch at you. No one knows where L's at yet.
They're all using crossbows,
They all have light crossbows.
so they're all at long
80
range.
feet.
They're
No.
all long range, though, right? Isn't it like
it's
25?
it's 80, 320. So
Damn it.
they're all within normal range. So
No!
1, 5, 4, so 9. You're down.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
I roll amazing with a +3.
That dude, any other D&D game, I maybe would have taken 4 damage.
Right, they're only +3 to hit.
So that was
Damage!
You
That's
took
really stupid.
15 plus 9. You took 24 damage.
I would, yeah.
Dude, just keep rolling so high for damage. It's bullshit. Ugh.
L,
SVT
you're
does.
up.
Again! I need to wear my jacket.
Oh wait,
Alright, now we can win this fight. Or L will.
L, what do you do? You don't know what's going on. You don't actually know Luke or Magnus are dying because you're around the corner like...
Hiding.
You just hear fights. A sound of fight.
Can I? Can I like pop out and try and hit one of the? Wait, what's like? I'll start going closer.
Okay. So as soon as you step out, you see Magnus on the ground.
Okay.
Just bloodied, quarrels or bolts just in his body. You see Osgood like ready to like go try to help save the villagers, and then from where you're at, you can't see Luke.
I guess I could. Can I shoot the dude from here, the big dude?
We need to take another step out. One more to be able to do that.
I think I used my. Oh, I didn't.
No, yeah, you can have another 5 feet, and you can see him easily enough. Yep, you can see him now.
Okay, well, guess I'm gonna try and shoot him.
Okay.
Huh.
Crit. So, you crit.
That's right. You shoot that there, hoser.
So you deal 14 with the normal crit. And then you deal an additional 13 damage from the sneak attack. As you just
26 damage
hits him,
total.
it just pierces through his back because he's not looking at you. And we see it come out, and just a little bit of his lung comes with it. He coughs up a little bit of blood, and just turns just with the eyes, just, get her!
Get away! Get away!
oh goodness.
Take them! Take them forever!
You still have a bonus action.
I was just thinking I dash.
You can still dash.
Uh.
So what's L's reaction? He just turns like, get her! And you're just like, oh
Yeah,
shit!
Does everybody hear that? Like, even the ones by the
No.
people?
We're dead.
Those
I'm
ones,
unconscious.
the one by the people are literally like fighting them off. They're not really concerned with you at the moment. They're concerned with trying to keep their own asses alive as these commoners are like swarming them.
So if I go up, that's fine.
You could, but I just keep you in range of any range shot they have.
Just kite them behind the buildings, Ellie. Or L.
L.
Whatever.
I know.
Her name's spelled like an L.
Ah. I mean.
You could go back behind the building, which would maybe give you at least another turn to run afterwards.
Okay.
So you run, you like duck down, like hiding, like, oh shit, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me.
Is he dead? dead, or is he just?
They're too far. Oh no, he's not dead. He's quite angry at you though. So, is that your turn, Al?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Osgood's up.
Okay.
Should have given Osgood a potion. Is what you should have done.
Well, he could take my potion as an action and then feed it to me as another action next turn.
Yeah,
Does he know you have it?
He was in the party.
he was
when I
there.
bought
Yeah.
it.
I mean, honestly, I would assume since you're knocked out, he could. I mean, unless you like specifically hide your potion somewhere, he could probably easily find it and then use the object on you.
Okay. It's on my belt, so as a
Yeah.
free action he can grab it, and as an action he can administer it.
Yeah, as for his action would be to give it, like to pour it down your throat, basically, which is a
It's
2
4 plus 4, right?
plus 2.
Plus 2?
Yeah, that was a mistake with his.
44 plus 2 is the next, or 44 plus 4 is the next one.
Correct.
I actually have a, 4 plus 2, I have a little potion card right here. Okay. Woo!
Nice. 7.
Well, just all will go away next turn as soon as the hail of crossbow bolts.
Oh no, they're more concerned with Ellie. Remember?
Yeah,
Or
true.
Ellie.
Well, I also have
Ooh.
protection while he's next to me, so he's gonna stand next to me and hold protection. And as soon as he gives me Magnus the potion, him or Magnus is gonna yell out like, "We need to group up!" like as loud as he can in the middle of the square. And that'll be Osgood's turn.
Okay. It is now the commoner's turn. All right, so a couple more commoners are going to reinforce these ones that have already been grappled. This guy will go over here, and they are going to make. I think they'll make some attacks. I mean, it's just 1 damage. I'm just gonna kind of do a group thing. So if it hits, like if ones that have 3 around them take 3 damage, the ones that have 4 around them take 4 damage. I'm gonna roll. I'll roll with. Now let's
Can you
roll.
turn on the music a little
Yeah, it's
more?
loud again, isn't it, on this one?
It's just super loud. I just want to make sure everyone tuning in can hear.
More than likely, it's probably quieter on the stream because of how I have my stuff set up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at least. If it's not stream, I apologize. This one's a
Well,
loud.
I mean, it's loud in comparison to your voices right now, so I'm assuming it would be loud to our comparison in comparison to our voices. On
Well, I have the audio messed all around.
Right. Yeah. I understand.
So I adjusted it though, so it should be better now.
It's so much better. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm gonna roll this. So for each bandit, so I'm gonna do the top ones first. It should be a simple D20. If they hit,
So these are the bandits attacking the peasants.
no, these are peasants attacking the bandits.
I gotcha. Peasants are
14 hits.
gang
So
beating.
basically, and they each do 1 damage. So 3 peasants do 3 damage. I'm not gonna roll like a D4. They just do like the 1 damage per person. So the next one at the top, a 2. So those ones aren't able to do anything. He's just fighting them. Let's get off me. We're going to the middle-ish one. A 9 does not. He's fighting off 4 of them at this time. Now we're doing those 2. It's 4 for each of them. Actually, I lied. Now it's
No,
4
it's
for
4
each of
for each of them.
them. Now it's 4 for each of them.
Well, you Minesweeper rules too.
Left side hits.
Minesweeper rules.
Right side misses. So this one takes 4 damage. The one on the right it fends them off. As it is now Captain's turn.
Oh shit.
He goes, I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna make you pay. As he starts going up towards where you came from. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he readies in action. He goes, come out, come out. I'll be nice if you do. I'll make it fast instead of slow.
Yeah, right.
Magnus, you're up.
Oh, wait, Magnus.
Oh man. And I can't see Luke's body.
You cannot. If you were a little bit farther north, you could. Osgood probably can see Luke's body. And I think Osgood would probably make a mention of that. He goes, we can't group. We've already lost Luke, and they're after Elle. There's a 2 behind us.
I would recommend going and helping the peasants.
They
pick
look
up
weak,
their help
though.
later.
I, as a GM, do not agree with that. I would say your best bet is to kill the ones that are trying to kill you first, and let the little random NPCs die.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about my character would probably want to
True.
help the peasants too. I think really the first thing, if I knew Luke was down, he'd want to help Luke, but I don't know that.
I do think Osgood might make
Oz,
mention.
Oz might have mentioned it, and I think at that point Magnus would agree with Oz that Oz should go help Luke, and Magnus should go help peasants. So.
Good luck, guys. Good.
Hey, Osgood looks and goes,
Turn.
go to the east. It'll protect you from the ones coming from the south and give you still open shots towards the ones at the peasants.
And Magnus says, "Righto," and like runs away.
And he goes, no, more towards the houses. Stay close by. Keep cover. Because realistically,
Magnus says, "Thanks for the advice." It just stays exactly where he is.
he goes, I will continue my mission without you if I need to.
Everything would be out of my range if I was down by the house. So literally everything would be
Huh.
completely out of range. Rendering
Even this one?
useless. Yeah, that's more than
Okay.
30 feet.
Oh, I thought you had a
We
longer
only have
range.
30-foot cantrips right
Well, then never mind. I stand corrected. You should
now.
do
No,
it.
I have 60-foot cantrips, but even I guess I could make him. But
You could
still,
hit the other one. You get those two. Which
Just
for
start killing them already.
a round is.
Yeah, I say I should be long range. I stand by my move. I should be long range
It's
for
cool.
the other guys. Uh-oh, is
They
this
have-
stream
they have-
bad?
they
Or
have
is it just
80
my
feet.
computer?
Nope, the stream's dying on me.
Uh-oh. Let's wait. We'll wait.
Like I said, it doesn't make it. It just randomly does it. I mean, they're still kind of getting us. I'm not dropping. I'm dropping a lot of frames right now.
Yeah, I can see. It's not picking up on my end. It just makes it so much harder to put them on YouTube because then I have to download.
I have. I don't stop recording. I have the whole entire file.
Oh really? Oh man,
Yeah.
that's so helpful.
So like even
I
right
mean,
now, what we're talking,
regardless,
it's this.
regardless, it's still gonna be a huge file that I have to upload to YouTube.
Yes.
It's fine.
Good thing he's got 11 upload.
It's not the upload. That's the problem. Like it's something with the connection to this Twitch server. So I was mentioning maybe
You gotta
having.
upload the file, upload it him.
Well, yes, but I was also more going with it might be better for you just to stream right now until this thing gets fixed because it wasn't an issue until recently. Once again, I need to check the Twitch servers and see if there's still issues again on the Chicago one because it drives me nuts.
So back up or we jump in the ships right now?
I'm still sitting
Hold on.
and waiting, man.
I definitely don't want to have to continue this fight next week.
Yeah, I want to wrap this up.
I will say as a GM, it was not a good idea to taunt the big captain dude when it was clearly a very outnumbered fight. I'm stopping the stream
Yeah.
and restart it.
Let me. Oh, we back up?
No, I'm stopping it for a second. I'm waiting for it to stop.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. If I wouldn't have rolled shitty, it would have been perfect. If
And-
I didn't roll shitty, but I rolled shitty a lot.
Are you
Okay,
okay
that
with
was-
potentially start doing the stream for a little bit until I get this figured out?
Yeah, if we need to. You want to try and reconnect one more time and.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm still sitting at 0 at the moment. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's
I also
pissing me
blame
off.
the GM because the GM has a hatred towards me and my elaborate plans. Look at that smirk. Totally agree with me.
I mean, usually oh wait, hold on. We're good. I don't know why it does it for like a minute. Twitch servers hate me. It's always just like a minute that it does it. So I apologize everybody for that happening. We're back up. We shall continue the fight, and we will see how it goes. So, I don't want to block L over. I'm gonna put it over here for now.
Let's see if you'll reload.
This has been the longest turn ever.
Yeah, sorry.
Magnus, what do you do now that we're back live? You guys have not missed anything on stream.
I just want to make sure we were live. Okay,
We're good.
and then I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost. Actually, yeah, I'll cast Ray of Frost at the one on the outside. Has this one taken damage that I can see?
No, it has not. That one's not grappled by anything. It's just over there killing peasants.
Yep. Then I'm just gonna shoot a Ray of Frost. at
22
it.
hits.
Yes. And do 2 damage.
Oh man. Okay, so it takes 2 damage. Ugh. And like a little cold little like frostbite appears on like the leather armor.
And as far as planting my staff, does that take an action?
It should say specifically.
It says
in.
may use an action to plant the weapon.
So it's an
Damn, I
action.
probably should have done that first. But that will be Magnus's turn.
Okay. Luke, death saving throw, please.
Just so everyone who knows, we did not continue playing. We waited until
Yes.
the stream was back up, so you didn't miss anything.
It is now the bandit's turn, and you actually hear the captain go, "Keep him alive! We're going to need some questions answered from him." So, one of the bandits is going to move towards you, and he's going to try to perform a medicine check. He fails.
A fucking useless human being.
The other
Can't
three,
read, can't
5,
afford
10,
medicine.
15, 20,
Useless.
25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. And this one around here is in a dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think when he gets here, he goes, "I found her! She's around the corner!" And then he takes another 10 feet back, trying to get cover, which he's not able to in time. Each bandit is going to make an attack versus one of the peasants. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. Actually, only 6 because one's pissed off at Magnus now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So 1, 2, 3 get killed, but 3 survive.
They're getting whacked.
All right. Now
Also,
these two. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, is there no music going now? I was just wondering if my computer is still being
No, it's
all,
going.
Crazy. Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
But it's a little quieter.
That's all right. This is my computer being crazy.
All right.
Jazzy died.
No, they know where she's at.
They just know her location. No one died.
Yeah, she has not died yet. Luke is going down at the moment.
Luke is fighting death currently.
These two take the
I'm currently
crossbows.
fighting this, yes.
2 at Osgood. 14 and a 7, so they both miss as they deflect off his shield and armor. One takes a shot at you that's close to the peasant, so he has disadvantage against you, Magnus.
All right.
14, though, still hits. For 3 piercing.
And I am badly bloodied still.
Yes, you are.
Just so everyone knows.
And that ends their turn. L, you are up.
Hang on, my shit's reloading.
Let's see.
What is, I guess, are you planning on moving out and shooting and running, or are you planning on running? What's your plan? While we wait for the load?
Thinking there's like a piece of roof that's, or like,
You
how
want-
far does the roof
the-
hang off the house?
It's 10 feet up, so it'd be, a jump. There might be something on the side that you could easily try climbing on. It'd be an athletics check. It'd be just a simple DC 10. Oh, you're trying to
I
like
was wondering
shoot and fall?
About running under it and such.
Oh yeah, you're able to go like down and along it, yeah, with no issue.
Like, but if I were to go here, would I be under the roof or would I be like?
I don't think it has that much of an overhang. I mean, it'd probably cover like half your body. But I mean, if you want it in that last square, that is possible. That's fine.
Yeah, because I kind of want to help Luke.
Okay. So you're running from the group up there, and you run down. If that's what you do, you would spy Luke with the bandage like on top of him doing something.
Okay, so I'll move and dash.
Okay. Okay. You see it. You can make a shot. You don't have any. He doesn't have any cover. So you can take a shot at him if you want.
Yeah.
She's gonna play ring around the house with the guy.
Okay. So he doesn't. Actually, you weren't stealth, so you're not technically hidden. And Luke is down, so you're not within 5 feet of him. So you still only do 9 damage to him. You hit him just below the clavicle, which, as we know, is the most deadly spot in the body. He doesn't die. He only takes 9 damage. He looks quite weak. For those of you, I had a stream where I said the clavicle like 4 times in a row when they got hit and died. So it thus became the most deadly part of the body.
The clavicle?
Very-
The clavicle.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have an Achilles clavicle.
Clavicle is the reason I'm down right now.
Someone flicked you in the clavicle.
Dead.
Instant crit.
Two daggers in the clavicle, man.
All right, so you hit him. He doesn't die. You still have some more movement you can make. So where do you go? You right now have gone 45. You have 15 feet of movement still.
Two-hand sword the guy in the face next turn. Because they still think you're around the other side of the building.
Except for if she goes too far out, then she'll see it. They'll see him. And obviously the bandit will be like, she's right there! If she stands right there. I'm just gonna put that out.
The other guy
If
literally
you
just
if
said
you
she's
stand
over here.
right there, the guy will be like, no, she moved down here, and they're all gonna come running down.
But if I go on the other side of the building, the guy's gonna see me.
Well, you have to also take into consideration the fact that they only have 30 feet of movement, and they're not gonna be able to get all the way around unless they take a dash. Just
You can
maybe
get there.
one can.
Yeah. And you can be like, yep, she's still here.
But the other three, if you go down, can move downwards and see you and then just blah, 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 blah. Or you can just stay right there
I would just stay right there.
at an angle.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Okay, so you stay there, you hunker down, like
Yeah.
ready for whatever attack this bandit is going to do as Osgood is up.
Please smite somebody and murder them.
Man. I'm trying to think about how stupid Osgood really is.
Osgood, actually, if you look at his intelligence, is not that stupid.
But bolsterous. He's definitely bolsterous.
He's very bolsterous.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he's. Let's see what his
He's
dex-
average. He's average. He has 30 feet, so he'd have 60 feet. At
Yeah,
that
I
same
know.
point, there are two bandits right there shooting at him
Yep.
that are close by within his range to kill.
Just kill those fucking bandits. Get them out of the way. We haven't killed anybody yet. To be fair, we haven't killed anybody. We
You guys actually have not killed anybody.
Yeah, because we've been too busy dying, and I'm trying to prevent that.
Like, the best way to do that is to kill them off. They can't kill you if they're dead.
Says the guy who is dead.
Yeah, currently they can't kill you if they're dead.
Not the best strategy. And he's going to do a divine smite.
You only have to do. Actually, you can attack, and then when you hit, you can use divine
Yeah, I know.
smite. So,
I know that. I
Right.
was going to attack first.
because if you
He's got the battle
miss,
axe out this time.
yeah, because if you miss, you don't use the spell slot.
Yeah, I know. No, I wouldn't click it until I saw what the attack roll was.
So a
Okay.
8 does not hit.
That's Osgood's turn.
All right, commoner's turn. Come on, commoners, do your work.
Kill somebody. Be our
All right.
saving grace.
We're gonna go top left to the right. We're gonna basically go top, right, middle, and so on, from left to right. So roll d20. First attack is a 5, so the first 3 commoners miss. We're going to the one on the right of them. 13 hits. So this one up here that has not taken any damage yet, and now takes 3. We're gonna go to the middle one. They crit.
No idea what.
They do 6 damage to it.
Nice.
Which he's not dead, but he's now wounded. Alright, left one, a 14 hits, and it does 3 damage. The next
Hey,
one,
by mine
18.
rules, they're both covered by 4.
no. They all can only attack one person. Okay, so all of them except for the top one have taken damage. Or they're all taken damage at some point, but this round, all 4 except for the top left have taken damage from the commoners. They're slowly dwindling these bandits down, but they're also losing numbers. So, their turn ends as it is now the bandit captain's turn. And you hear the one bandit, "Sir, she's over here. I found her." And then he's like, "You can run as far as you want. I will find you."
Oh God.
10,
Does he say it loud
15,
enough?
He's
20,
so menacing.
25, 30. He steps on Luke's face.
Oh, sorry. That's, he can't do that.
Heavy
Those
terrain.
are tough terrain.
Yeah. It's difficult terrain, sorry. So he takes 10 feet to stomp on your foot and maybe like digs in a little bit. And then takes another 2 steps forward and goes, "I
Isn't he
found
supposed to
you."
be trying to save me to get answers?
It doesn't do any damage to you. And you're unconscious, so you don't really feel the pain.
I want to say I'm face down.
He finally goes, I found you. Nah, I think I'll put a hole where you put a hole in me.
In the clavicle, the danger.
In the no, his is in the lung. You just like see like the blood slip out. He's kind of
It's just below the
and
clavicle.
he just took a
so-
little kind of breath as he's wheezing a little bit from it because of the air escaping. Magnus.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage on breathing. What do you do, Magnus?
Oh my god.
All of them around, like all the bandits around, have been damaged by the peasants, and then the one you already hit.
In an act of self-preservation, Magnus dashes into some cover
Okay.
and plants his Staff of Healing Rain
Ooh, okay.
into Staff of Spring Rain, excuse me, into the ground.
All right. So you get 1 HP back. This round. We'll just count it. I figured it would start on this round.
Cool. That makes it a little more fair with the taking a full action
Yeah.
to plant it. Cool. So I have 5 HP, and that will be Magnus's turn for now. Sorry, team.
Okay. Luke, death saving throw. 2 successes.
I'd just like to say thank you to the audience for keeping me alive so far. It's all you.
It is now the bandits' turn. They're going to make their 6 attacks versus the commoners. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I saw a critical in there.
The criticals is still 1 commoner. But they kill 5 out of the 6 they attack this round.
Slicing up commoners like fucking
Yep, they're going down.
like a ham, like a spiral cut ham.
All right, that is theirs. Yeah, I think this one's still gonna come around the corner here. He does not see you. And these two follow the captain. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. These two will come forward and make melee attacks versus Osgood. An 8
You can take it.
and an 18, so Osgood takes 3 damage. And a crossbow bolt from the one that's because he can't see you anymore. Magnus, he's going to attack Osgood with a crossbow at disadvantage, which is a 6, so he misses. L,
Alright.
you are up. Kazin's
Do
funny.
it, L.
I'm gonna get you.
You know what? Fuck.
Come running forward. You're in. There's no one else in melee range. An 11 doesn't hit though, sadly.
Shame.
I would say that because of
Shit.
rough terrain, he wouldn't move that far. He took the extra time
He
to
took a,
stop
he took a
away.
dash action. So yes, he only moved 50 feet instead of 60 feet. You still have your bonus action now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you could
Which-
move, an additional 5 feet.
You moved
I can
closer to
10
me,
feet forward, so
disengage and
but I
move?
wouldn't do
you
that.
can disengage. You can move an extra 20 feet. 'Cause you only moved 10 feet so far this turn.
Back around the corner.
Ha. Okay. I mean...
You can try to hide behind the other house. Is that far enough for you to go?
It's 20 feet is all she's got.
You're just cat and mousing the shit out of this guy.
Your best bet is probably disengage and run around the corner. At least it'll prevent any other most of them from attacking you next round.
Okay. So, where do I... How do I...
You can go up to here if you want.
Oh god.
There?
Oh no.
Just run into the house. They can only attack you one at a time.
Okay. Well, your turn ends as it's now Osgood's.
Alright. Ozzy, what are you doing, buddy?
Kill
Uh,
bitches.
He's gonna
hopefully.
start basic. Battle axe drawn. Is the
Crit.
battle axe two-handed? No, it's one-handed.
It's
damage.
one-handed, yeah.
Yeah. And
It-
he does 9 damage. I'm gonna say probably to whatever one looked more hurt he was going for.
Okay. So you take.
If he can discern that at all.
Yeah, he can. The difference is pretty obvious. So
Yeah,
he
he goes-
swings, cuts its head right off.
Oh yeah, Ozzy. I probably wasted that crit, but it's fine.
Hey, you know what? That's totally fine. We got one man down.
One down, guys.
That's
One
right.
down.
That will end good Osmond's turn.
This is
Excuse me.
again.
Bad Osgood? Good Osgood? Oh, he rolled initiative again. There you go. Peasants, What do you got, peasants?
It
Oh,
is
I'm
better
so
there.
nervous.
I had to fix the music there. All right, peasant's turn. Some d20s. They're only doing like 2 damage now to most of these things. So, roll a d20.
Die.
14 hits for 2. A 9 misses. A 3 misses. A 1 misses. A 13 hits for 2. And that is it. They only hit twice on this one. All of them look pretty winded, exhausted, throwing them off, doing their best, but they're still okay, as it's now the captain's turn.
Oh, fuck. This guy, this creepy bastard.
He's here.
No!
I'm coming. As he comes around the corner, and he is going to make 2 scimitar attacks against you. An 18 and an 11. So, L, you take 7 damage from the first hit. And then that is his turn.
Alright. Magnus. So, now he can move away from the staff as long as he's within the radius of
Within the
healing.
radius, correct.
Sweet, then I kind of have a nice little setup going on
You
here.
can move out, move back in, move out, move back in is all you want to.
Yes. What is the range of my staff? 10 feet.
10 feet. No. As long as
It's
you
just
end
like-
your... I
In
think
my turn there, yeah. Which I really don't need to go much more than 10 feet. To use Necrotic Shroud on this other boy here.
Okay.
I think he took damage.
He has. All of them have taken damage, basically, except the ones over by Luke.
Yeah. I think you have 2 songs playing at the same time right now.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. I didn't know you had such skills.
I can't help myself.
Okay, so then I say my little incantation and cast a Necrotic Shroud. He must succeed on DC 14 Wiz saving throw.
How much does it do? 5?
8 damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it takes 5 instead. Yeah.
Which doesn't matter because he only has 2. So he is dead.
Yes!
Even if he succeeded, he was still going down. 2 down, boys.
2 bound, like 7 to go.
There shouldn't be 2. I think it was just a song. Okay. Let me know if there's still, like, you guys still hear 2
That's
songs
much
on
better,
there.
yeah.
I would like to say if I do succeed this turn and get 1 HP back, does that make me unconscious?
If you get a crit, you're up with 1 HP. If you succeed, you're just unconscious for 1d4 hours.
Okay.
Magnus, you heal for 1 HP, by the way.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah,
I'm at...
I'm actually gonna take my last little step of movement back in as well,
Right.
and that'll be it for Maggie.
So, before your turn comes up, Luke, from around the corner, I don't have a token for him right now, from the south, a man in black robes that you saw before.
Fuck.
I told you to kill him first!
Walks up and goes, No, it's not your time yet. We still have plans for you. And he walks up, takes a handkerchief he has, and just shoves it in your mouth. Which, at that same time, stabilizes you.
I'd like to say I'm face down to the ground, so he has to take.
He
the
rolls
time
you
to-
over and just shoves it into
Okay.
your mouth.
All right. Well, I would like to say he's prone then, because I'm so short. He has to get on his hands and knees.
Mhm.
Like, whoop.
So he does that, and then as a bonus action, you watch as he turns into mist and teleports 30 feet back to where he was and starts walking
Misty
away.
Stepping all over.
Yes. We still have
So, I'm
plans.
just
You're still used to
automatically
us.
alive?
No, you're stabilized and unconscious for the next 1d4 hours. So roll me a 1d4.
Hopefully, it's a long ass time.
4 hours. I mean, unless someone stabs you.
Why would somebody stab me? I'm already down, and they want to keep me alive.
Okay, it is now the bandits' turn. Bandits are going to make their 6 attacks versus the townsfolk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them hit. Townsfolk are dwindling.
My goodness.
Survives. Dies.
Man, they're almost
Dies.
mostly dead now.
Everybody, there's only about one left on each and every one of them for the most part.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Now we're gonna have the one attack you, Osgood, because you are in range of him now, but it's, and no longer at disadvantage actually, yeah, because you didn't peek all the way back in. As Osgood, you fall.
You mean Magnus?
Magnus, yes, sorry.
I don't have half cover back there or anything?
No, from the angle he's at, it's almost a straight shot.
Well, I can't, to be fair, I can't really be in this square or this square without being in the house. Otherwise, I would have moved there.
You can be in this.
You know what I mean? I would have, okay, but like, I would have been here. I just consider being, okay.
Okay,
I guess
I mean, if you were planning on going here, if you had the movement, I don't really.
I did
know.
have the movement, yes. I was
That's
assuming
fine.
I was moving back into cover from every visible person.
Okay,
so.
yeah, then you're covered from there. So instead, he shoots Osgood, which Osgood takes 7 damage.
Okay.
You should have just taken the damage because you get up next turn anyway.
He would have just gotten right back up.
Yeah, I know. I don't care though. I'd much rather Osgood take the damage.
Okay, so
It's at
Osgood
1
takes
HP.
7. As it is now
Osgood
L's
takes 7.
L's turn.
Osgood is badly bloodied, by the way.
I'm gonna boink it.
Okay. Wow, that's a 2 and a 3 that you've rolled.
Oh, holy shit, guys. We're being raided right now.
Ah,
Oh my god. So many
you get to
people are
watch them
jumping
all
in.
die.
We're all dying. You came at the wrong time. Momo resub for 6 months. Let's get married already. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Holden, for the raid. Thank you, everybody in chat. You literally came as like, we're about to have a TPK. 25 viewers. Oh my god. Welcome to the Chop Shop Network, everyone. This is Dungeon Master Amel, and I'm going to stop talking now. Even though you guys are raiding, I'm going to let them keep playing. Go ahead. It's L's turn. L, you go.
L, yeah. So you missed, but you still have your bonus action. You have your movement.
Haha. There's would I have to disengage?
If you don't disengage, you take an attack of opportunity. But if you do just run, you can use your action to dash and get an extra 60 or an extra 30 feet. But you take an attack. What do you do? As he's looking, just
Can I just
you can't
go?
run.
Can I just like go around this kind fellow? I don't know what to do.
Make your choice. You have like 30 seconds.
Can I go this way?
You have to go around him at an angle. I know. So I mean,
Don't
it's,
fuck it up.
make your choice. Are you running or are you disengaging? Which one are you doing?
Disengaging first, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna go
And you have
away.
30
from
feet.
him. Well, so. Oh, what did I just do?
You drew a line. It's fine. I got it covered.
I'm so sorry.
It's-
She's flustered, man. She's dying. What are you doing, Jess?
I don't know. I don't want to die.
If you want, for a quick suggestion, if you run, you take like maybe like 10 damage at the most, and then you can dash for 60 feet total and really run. Or you disengage and he catches you next turn, and then he hits you anyways.
No, yeah, dashing. I'll risk the hit.
Okay.
I'll just.
Now run
go.
60 feet somewhere.
Run it.
I don't know where to go.
14, which hits you, you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Where do I go? I'll go there and then around because I don't want to hurt that guy.
Okay.
Should I go back there? Well, because there are a bunch of people out here.
Wait, we'll work on this one.
So I suppose I'll just go over here. Actually, I need to measure that because I don't know what.
That's fine. You can go and measure. Let's go ahead and go over to Osgood since all you have left is your movement. Osgood, you are up.
Oh my god. Ozzy is out of healing points, right?
He's out of lay on hands. He might have. Does he have any spell slots left? Because he should have cure wounds.
He does,
Correct?
yes, he does have cure wounds, which he's gonna cast on himself.
Okay. Heals for 7.
Alright. So Osgood does a little incantation, touches his own forehead, and heals himself. And then I'm gonna assume I don't know, man. I feel like he's gonna give up on you, Luke. I'm sorry. He's gonna charge in and start helping the peasants.
Go for it, man.
That's reasonable.
I was a lost cause since like the first round.
Yeah, since you led us into this courtyard and fucking taunted the leader of this giant group of bandits.
All right,
But
Osgood
but
charges
I
forward.
appreciate your zest and your moxie, and I rolled a 15 to hit.
Okay, 15 hits for 7. As you slice into the bandit across the chest, blood sprays everywhere, but he does not go down. But he is
Battle axe.
barely holding on.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
I shouldn't be able to attack, should I?
You cure wounds, you're right. You do not attack. He gets back his HP, and we retroactively did not have that happen. But you can still move to
I'm
him.
sorry, but he does close in regardless.
Cool.
I would like to mention something, Aaron. These people have not moved at all.
You're right.
It's okay.
There's so many to keep track of, I'm sorry.
Why are you telling him about the bad guys who aren't doing anything?
Because I want this to be hard for you guys.
All right. So it's now the commoner's turn. Commoners are going to roll their d20s. 1 damage per commoner, which is only 1 left on it, except for on one of them. 7 misses. 18 hits him for 1. He's struggling to hold on. The other one actually has 2 there. So it hits him for 2. As the bandit is struggling, starting to go down, but just not quite yet. As those 2 barmaids are just beating him with mugs and such. Now these attack here will be 2 people on him, misses, and the last one hits for 1. All the bandits are struggling; they're tiring out, but they're still fighting as the peasants are slowly falling. It is now the captain's turn. And he says, yes, you can keep running. It won't make a difference. 15, 20, 25, 30. He can't see you, so then he will run. Or he'll dash.
Really running far away.
15, 20, 25, 30. He just kind of smiles at you.
And he can't do anything.
To
You cannot
everyone
do
who's
anything.
just tuning in, we walked into the middle of a town being raided, and we're running away from a fuckload of bandits who are
Yes.
murdering us right now.
I'm trying to find a
literally
spot
running
to put
away.
this so it's not blocking
Why didn't you
anything.
guys keep listening
There we go.
to me? Haven't you learned your lesson?
There we go.
Are we gonna stop you from provoking fucking everybody you come across?
You should.
Magnus, you're up.
Yes, we should. You're right. Okay, so Magnus. This might be a bad move.
I like it. It's a good plan.
Oh no. Actually, I guess you know what. He's just gonna keep doing the same thing. Step out into the open.
Okay.
He's going to. Necrotic Shroud is 60 feet, I believe, so he's gonna cast Necrotic Shroud on
Okay.
that mofo
Wisdom saving
right in front of
throw.
Oz there, and he needs to take a Wisdom saving throw 14 or better to avoid any damage.
Fails, and he takes 4. Since we have so many people new to, or at least that have rated the stream, why don't you explain how your Necrotic Shroud looks?
It's very cool. So because I'm a necromancer, I do a little chant. I make like a little Naruto-style hand symbol. I think they do that in Naruto. I don't
They do.
know. And then like little black and purple flames grow out of the ground and like enshroud them and just kind of suck the life out of their flesh. Kind of like a giant black widow bite all over your body of fire. And that's Magnus's turn.
All right. Luke, you are unconscious.
Oh, of course he steps back to the.
Yes.
Can we
Healing
stop
that.
using the word unconscious? Can we just say we're useless and skip on?
If you prefer, you heal for 1 HP, Magnus, as it is now the bandits' turn, as they're going to try to finish off the very few peasants that are left. First attack is an 11, which hits, killing off the last peasant up in the top left. Second attack, 7, misses. That one's still fighting, it's going strong. 22 kills one of the last 2 in the middle. And we have 2 more attacks here. Both hit, killing off a peasant on each of these. As they're struggling, they're holding on, but there's only 3 of them left.
Oh my god.
It is
There's
now.
just like piles of dead peasant bodies around these bandits in
Yes.
the middle. Like they're literally in a pile of just human corpses. Holy
These
fuck.
2 are going to finally move, actually towards Osgood. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're going to make 2 crossbow attacks at Osgood. An 8 and a 15, which both miss, just flying right over him. The one at Osgood is going to attack with his scimitar as he pulls it out. Rolls a 13, misses once again.
Oh, man.
And I think this man is going to come into... Actually, he's going to come... This one's going to go 5, 10, 15,
No,
20,
not Luke.
5, 30. No, he's not going to kill Luke. But he's going to go start trying to help out his boss. 5, 10, 15,
Oh, him up. Okay.
20, 25, 30. And he's going to dash. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. So they have made their moves. It is now L's turn. What do you do, L?
I'm gonna poke him.
Okay.
Fucking finally!
Yeah, hit him for 17. Okay. L, how do you kill the captain?
Yes. Yes.
Please say something awesome while you murder him.
I don't fucking care. He's dead. I just don't care anymore. Aaron, make
So-
something cool. Somebody make
Yeah.
something cool.
So
I
if-
don't care.
Feel that
So,
one,
we
the
watch
soul
him.
is mine, it's
We
time
see
to-
we see the blood pooling from the arrow wound from where his lung was at, just pooling down. And as he comes around the corner, just I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you. And then as he turns the corner, you just watch as L, this rogue with his massive two-handed sword, just swings it across sideways, slamming into the side of the building. And you just see him just like, you just see his face is what we see as the audience. And he's just smiling. And you just hear as you start to see the blood pool up out of his neck. And we see the sword just decapitated him and just stuck into the wood.
Gruesome.
Okay. Al, what do you do with the rest of your turn?
Good job, L.
Oh yeah. There's more things to do.
There's so many bad guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
You also still have your bonus action also.
Go steal my gun and shoot them all in the face.
Yeah, do that. Or steal his health potions and bring them to me.
Screw that, whoever resuscitate me.
I need him, though.
I'm gonna go.
I have a healing spell, I can heal you later.
Is that where it was? I don't remember.
You might as well kill the guy on your way over there.
But I don't have any more
10,
stuff.
Just walk
20,
up to him.
25, 30, 35, 40.
Let her play her own turn.
You're
Damn
at
it.
50 feet right now. You have 10 more feet of movement.
Okay.
Wait, can I make a better suggestion to you? If you're gonna go any direction, go this way.
You're dead. Why are you making suggestions?
He's doing it to player.
This way she's not in line of sight of these people, she's in behind the building.
I mean, he would have seen me go.
But less likely for them to hit you because of their movement. From both.
Yeah. Well, I still have to go around him. Okay. Alright, beside this nice little bush
Okay.
thing, tree, maybe. I suppose that's it.
Okay. Osgood is up. The tank himself.
Ozzy, do you have it in you, boy? Do ya? Yeah, I
Find
guess
out.
he doesn't have much left in him except for some battle axe swings.
Woo!
Yes.
He does. And that takes him out.
Yes.
He falls.
Osgood fucking wedges his axe into the dude's chest. I imagine he has to step on this man's chest to remove his blade.
That he does.
And he's just gonna step over, trying not to, disrespect the dead. Actually, there's still one living lady over here. I guess he's gonna go over here so he can use his protection on this last
Okay.
peasant if he needs to.
I like it.
And that'll be Ozzy's turn.
It's now the commoner's turn. So there's one commoner at the top. We'll make his one roll. 16 hits for 1 damage, as he's just putting up the fight, just trying his best to kill this man, in vain for the most part. Now we're going in the middle, which is 1 also hits for 1. The bandit is barely holding on in the middle there. And then we have 1 more attack from the one that Osgood is now protecting, which hits also.
Oh, man.
Okay. None of them die. It's pretty good. Bandit Captain is dead, as he kind
Yes.
of gurgles a little bit as his body just slumps to the ground.
Yes.
And
Then
then
it's Osgood's turn.
it's
Or,
Magnus's
Mag-
turn.
Or rather, excuse me, Magnus steps out. Woo! 15, 10 feet. And, what's our distance here? Just in range. That guy's taking damage as well, right? Or actually, these guys have 2, I'm assuming.
Everybody has taken damage, except for the
Yes.
ones that are walking towards Osgood right now.
Okay, so he is going to use his necrotic. I'm just sorry to keep spamming the same cantrip, but this is where it comes into play. Necrotic shroud again. He calls forth the necrotic flames from the
An
ground.
11 for that one. Even if he fails or succeeds, he still dies. As he kind of says, ah, 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 as it, like these black flames just cover him, even though
Like,
he.
almost turn him into a skeleton where he stands. That's what I like to imagine. Just like rots the flesh off his face.
Ripping his soul out. Okay, he goes down as I'm assuming you go back to your place.
I am gonna walk back in there and heal 1 more point. of
Yes, you do.
damage.
Luke,
Man,
you're
I'm slowly getting back up to healthy.
Bandit's turn. All right, bandits are going to finish off the last 3 peasants is their goal here. You can impose disadvantage on them. The 1 attack that bandit can do, so that'll be the last attack, though. So 16 kills the peasant on the top. Middle peasant dies. Disadvantage, it still dies. Osgood could not protect that last commoner. As they all fall.
Osgood, you tried, man.
Worthless, man. What kind of paladin doesn't use protection?
Okay. It is now these 2. They're going to move towards 5, 10, 15, 20. They can make it to the 20. They both make scimitar attacks versus him. A crit for 13.
He's down.
As Osgood face plants into the ground.
Oh my goodness, Osgood.
And this one, as that happens, takes the extra 5 feet to walk towards where he saw a little gnome peeking out of a corner of a building. And this one starts moving this way to follow this one. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Wait, does Osgood get a death saving throw or no?
Osgood gets that saving throw is the same. L, you are up.
He's got a full character sheet, not an NPC sheet, if that tells you anything.
So I'm asking.
Alright, well, I'm moving over here.
Okay, so you dash.
Save me!
Yes, I did.
Save me! Take the thing out of my mouth first, and then save me.
You probably
Can
even see
I-
in the process.
Can I
You can
potion
remove.
him up?
If you have a potion or you use this potion, you can use your
I was gonna say, he
action.
has-
Yes.
2.
You can use your action to
No, I have 1. I already used 1.
Right. So
Oh.
you can still find his potion and use your action to shove it down his throat, basically. And then, L, would you please roll me the 2d4 plus 2 for how much he heals? We missed a 4 in there.
Ah!
Now's the perfect time to crit. Get me back up, baby.
Oh, that's good.
I'll take it.
9. So, Luke, what is it like when you finally reawaken after being stabbed with 2 daggers in the back?
It'd be like,
Okay.
That.
What did I just do? Crap. Okay, there we go. I'm good.
oh, does she get to keep that hanky?
Yeah, you can hold on to that for the moment. As
Probably really-
L, that is your turn.
Yeah, sorry.
Osgood needs to make a death saving throw.
Okay, Ozzy, let's see what you can do, buddy. 14,
One
yes!
success. As Osgood still holds on to the fight. All the peasants are dead. We'll remove them from the turn order. Magnus.
Okay.
More correct.
All right.
All the peasants in the square are dead.
Yes. Yes. I wish I had
They
raised them.
fought valiantly. They're still our heroes. We will build a memorial to them.
All right, Magnus. We're just gonna keep up our technique. Step out. Necrotic shroud, the closest guy. I'm gonna say
Okay,
this one.
that one, the one that's closest to you, doesn't look like he hasn't had a scratch on him yet.
Well, I don't know that, so I'm still gonna cast Necrotic Shroud. Fuck! The one time that the first number was lower.
Well, I
No!
don't know. The reason I tell you that is because I feel like even that you would notice, like you would from
Yeah.
that distance you could tell.
Yeah,
But-
I'm sure. Even at this point, though, I think he's just going ham on it.
Succeeds and takes
No.
two damage.
All right. Well, it's better than nothing. And
Hey,
he's
next
also-
turn he'll take full damage.
he moves back in and he takes one more point of healing. Oops, putting me at 9 HP, not 90.
So I saw the bar just.
My HP bar just went like that. Okay. And I have 9 points of healing left on my staff,
Okay,
and that's gonna end my turn.
Luke, you're up and you're able to do something.
Round.
You're prone technically. You have to get up with half your movement speed.
Wait, can't I just shoot somebody from prone?
You could.
Because that's what they do in the Olympics. They
You
shoot-
can. Yeah, you could shoot
Bad.
something prone. It's not a big deal.
I could. I'm shooting somebody in the face.
That's what they do
Or
at the
back.
Olympics.
or whatever.
Very topical argument.
Shoot somebody. I don't give a shit who. I'm mad. I'm furious.
You're right. Actually, that guy takes no
Oh,
damage. I
sure.
forgot it's a cantrip.
10 damage.
So a 13 on which one?
I
missed.
One closest to me
Ping it.
that I can clearly see.
I need you to ping.
Hold on. Is he in line of sight?
No. Yes, yes, and the one above.
Let's just kill this douchebag. Save my gnome buddy that I
Okay.
don't know is even there.
Okay, so you shoot that one.
10 damage.
He does not go down. He's holding on
10
by a
damage?
he's holding on by a thread. You watch the blast from your thunder cannon just blow through him, and he's just like on his knees, charred, but still alive. I'm switching songs. I don't like this song right now.
What? That's what happens when you roll shitty damage, boys and girls.
Okay. It is now the bandit's turn.
That one's dead.
It is dead, but it's for all the bandits. So, bandits that are to the north that were fighting the peasants saw you, Magnus, now that Osgood is down. 15, 20, 25. I just rotated 30.
Oh my god, I wish I
10,
had some actual
15,
spells
20,
left.
25,
Good
30.
luck, my friend. Good luck.
Alright, that's within no cover, no cover. These ones are going to turn their attention back towards Luke and L. So is that one. Alright, so we're going to make 2 crossbow attacks against you, Magnus.
Oh, by the way, I
A
reload.
10 and a 6.
Alright.
So
this
they
both
both
misses.
miss. The one that you hit, Luke, is going to shoot a crossbow at you. A 10. And the other one is going to shoot at L. A 9. God, now I'm sucking. And music isn't starting again. Weird.
I need my battle tunes.
I lost my music, man. That's weird.
I'm gonna listen to Pokemon battle music then. Do that.
You should probably just put on Wu-Tang Clan.
I see the requests.
Just do what chat wants and put on fucking Wu-Tang.
I don't give in to any kind of peer pressure. Okay. Yeah, so 1 against L. Crit you, L, for 6 damage.
Wait, which one attacked L?
This one right here. I can't clean it. Harping it. There we go. That one.
That's clearly not in line of sight.
Yeah. The
That's line of sight. This one would not be in line of sight. Which that one shoots at you, Luke.
But you already hit with the. Okay, that's fair.
And then...
So wait, 2 are attacking me?
Yes. The first one missed. The second one hits you and
Alright,
drops
I'm down
you
again.
for 8. This one comes from behind you,
Wait,
L.
am I actually down?
You take 8 damage. No, you're
Oh,
not down.
I'm still up.
This one shoots you in the back, L, missing. And you hear him come, she's down here! So he comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, I made him big. Oh god. 6.
You fall
And-
into a black hole.
And he will dash 5, 10, 15, 20. God dang it.
Stop making it big.
25, 30. He comes. Actually, he's going to go to here and take cover. And that will end the bandit's turn as L. You are up.
Oh my god, L. We're almost in the clear. Kind of.
Well, gonna hope my rolls don't fail me.
Okay.
And the guy right above me, I guess it's obvious.
Right. You miss as you swing, and you kind of try to do the same thing you did to the captain to this guy, and you swing, and he's already like ducked down, so it goes right over his head. As you still have your bonus action, and you still have your move or some movement. You get 5 feet of movement.
So a good old disengage.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
L,
sorry.
you also heal 3 HP because you missed 3 times because your mask.
I put that in my temporary hit points.
Right, that's what it
Is
is.
that what I'm supposed to do?
Yes, but make sure you put it in the red little circle on your character token.
How
No.
many? By
I
the way,
thought
how
that
many
was
have I
4 by
killed
now.
with
Yeah,
necrotic
4.
shroud? Was it 2?
You killed 2.
Oh, but I don't get. Never mind. That doesn't work with cantrips.
Cantrips,
Correct. I was just thinking I get fucking hit points back when I kill people with spells, but only level 1 and up. Sorry, Jazzy, to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I thought it was 4 by now.
It might be 4. I could be wrong.
I think that's
You
right.
haven't made mention of it. I was just remembering. I didn't want you to forget. So.
Yeah, I was adding it on.
Okay, perfect then. Cool. As long as you're keeping track of it. It is now Osgood's turn. Death saving throw. Will Osgood
Succeed.
continue on his mission,
Succeed.
or
Succeed.
will he fall this day and a new person will need to take up his mission? Charlie, death saving throw for Osgood.
I think it's 2, doesn't he?
He is he's still good. He hasn't taken a single fail yet.
Yes.
2 successes,
yes.
0 fails at the moment.
Doing good, Ozzy.
Magnus, you're up. The one closest to you that you can see in your sight looks extremely weak. He's barely holding on. The peasants did a number on him.
Murder him.
Okay. Yeah. This one right here next to him, or the one in the middle?
No. This one you can literally see that's above you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I'll step out and same thing. I'm just gonna keep busting. I'm so out of spell slots. I'm just gonna keep using this cantrip over and over.
Abuse it.
It's at least guaranteed, unlike Ray of
Fails.
Frost.
He goes down.
Yes.
Actually, we forgot that when you succeed, it does no damage. But
when you succeed, it does no damage, right?
right, but
Okay,
he
that's what I
fails
thought.
miserably.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he
Because someone in
goes-
chat asked about that earlier. And I
Yes,
was like, yeah,
and they pointed
that
it
doesn't
out.
make sense, does it?
That's actually the reason as to why the one that Luke shot before didn't die, because he got
Yeah.
that 2 HP back.
hmm
So, what else do you do? Anything else?
That's of course step back in, gain 1 more hit point.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Luke, you're up.
Woo! I'm gonna actually get up and I'm gonna move. Boop, boop, and I'm going to cast this. I now have no more spell slots left.
Okay, you cure wounds. You gotta roll the dice.
Where's my hit dice? That includes my.
Not hit
lucky roll,
dice. It's 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
right? 3. Yeah.
Okay, so you heal for 8. And is that your turn then?
Well, I got up, so that's half my movement speed. That moved basically 10 feet.
Yeah, you can continue to move if you want.
And I casted a heal on myself. There's not much more I can do, so I'm gonna end my turn here.
Okay. Bandit's turn. These two coming for you, L. As they come charging in. It's 2 scimitar attacks. 12 misses. And 9 misses. This is so disappointing.
Yes, finally.
Right?
After I took fucking 17 damage in light crossbow bolts in 1 turn.
That's such bullshit.
That was so nuts, dude. It was not cool at all.
Did the music die or is that just me?
It's
just
quiet. Yeah, I've been trying to turn those ones back up.
It's all right. Don't worry about it too much right now.
So actually, not want to do that movement like that. Put it back straight up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I still don't know if he can really get you. You got cover, so you're gonna have an additional 2 AC for this attack.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna roll like a 20 and hit me anyway.
17. What's your AC normally?
14.
Okay, so it's 16 then. What's your AC with that hit? It still hits you for 3 piercing damage. Is this one 5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm not gonna be able to do anything. It's
30.
gonna murder me.
This one's going to go towards Magnus, so 10, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as he can go.
Cover.
It can't shoot him. It can't shoot you. It's going to ready in action, and that's as far as he can go.
Wait, what's his movement speed?
Well, it's heavy, difficult terrain because of the 2 bodies.
Yeah, for 20, right?
And then 10 more feet for 30.
Okay.
And this one...
You know, there's actually a point in this battle when I was like, oh man, we're gonna save all these peasants and be the heroes of Wolfpine.
50. All right,
And
he's
now
in
we were accomplices in the slaughter of Wolfpine.
Hey, no one needs to know that.
He dashes to there and ends his turn. Elle, you are up.
The one right to the left.
Right to the left of you.
Wow.
Hey, Elle, you get 1 temporary HP.
Oh, yeah.
Bright side. Bright side.
Uh,
Okay.
so
You still have your bonus action and your movement.
yeah. I mean, I guess. I can.
God, double crit fail? Jesus Christ.
I'm not even sure there's a point in moving, because they'll just catch up. We have the same movement speed.
Well, you can at least make them move past Luke.
You can make him just attack Luke instead. I like this plan.
Well, I mean, if they chase you past him, he would get opportunity attacks.
I think they would probably just go after Luke.
Or, I mean, that too. Either way, you just have to run faster than your slowest friend, not faster than the bad guy.
That's exactly right.
Also, does there happen to be a door right next to me, or I can kind of sneak
No,
in?
the door
window.
is right here. There'll be a window.
Can I reach the window and get inside? Next turn?
It would have to be in it.
Inside houses.
These are human-sized houses. I feel like it'd be an athletics like to climb in.
Can it be French doors?
No. Osgood, death saving throw.
All right, Oz, what do you got, buddy? No!
A fail. 1 fail, 2 successes. Uh-oh.
That's all right.
Magnus.
Still not sitting too bad. All right, so I know I'm about to get.
There are
Master
2 on
class
you
then.
right now.
I can't see that guy?
You can see him. There's 2 yet. You can't see the guy over here.
Okay, and I'm definitely going to use Necrotic Shred since if he's still prone. Is he still prone?
Oh, no. That was from the grapple from before. My bad.
That's what I thought. I thought so. Okay, but either way, I'm still going to use
Not like you have a choice.
I mean, I could use Ray of Frost, but it's not going to help me in this case. Necrotic Shroud's going to help them
A 5. Okay.
on our friend up here. At
He
the very
fails
Yes.
as his soul is ripped out by the black flames.
Yes.
And he collapses to the ground. You do anything else, Magnus?
I'm just gonna take my 1 point of healing, and that's it.
Cool. I meant to go to Luke, but I clicked it on accident too. Luke, you're up.
Can I just jump into the building right next to me?
It'd be athletics, dude. It's. I mean, you're like reaching up,
I'll
to like
take
get
it.
in. It's a
I'll
DC
take
10. That's all it is.
Yes.
So you're able
Get
to
me out of the
and
crossfire.
climb in. You bash the window, like the glass, with your butt of your gun, and then like tumble in.
Yes.
All right, you look inside.
And,
It's quite a cozy little house.
Excellent. I'm going to. Is there a wall without a window?
No,
Over here, could they not see me inside?
there would be a wall. I mean, typically there's like a window like here.
Is there a wall anywhere in this building where I can get behind?
You've
cover?
already used your action, or no, you moved to get into there. You didn't really use your action. You could try to hide, And that would be you can
That's
you can be
what
your
I wanna
action.
do.
You can do that. You can like hop in the corner and try to hide to see if you can avoid their sight. Just give me a stealth roll. 22. You okay? You have a 22 stealth as you go to hide. You find like one of those like little small tables you see at like a grandparent's house that had that long cloth on it. And you just like hide yourself in it, like bundle up.
The advantages of being a hobbit, everybody.
All snug as a bug in a rug, is rolled up in a little Afghan.
Now
Cute.
it's the bandit's turn. So these ones 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20.
Sorry, Jazzy.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You know, there's like a billion.
12. 12. Both of them miss.
Of course. Nothing hits her, but everything hits me.
Man, I'm so glad Jericho's
20.
not here.
He kind of looks inside for you, doesn't see you, takes out a crossbow and just shoots you, Jazzy. 16 for 3. This one seeing all of his friends fall. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Come.
30. And then dashes.
Step into my spider web, little one.
He dashes down and hides around the corner for this turn.
Oh, fucker.
And you just hear him, I can use a little help over here. And you just hear, after we take care of this one. As this one takes a crossbow shot at you once again. 12 misses. Man, they suck right now. And one more final crossbow shot. 8. And
Yes.
we just watch her just literally just like dodging, ducking, as bolts are just flying past Elle.
I just want to let this know that I was being targeted. All of them would have hit me for maximum damage.
Elle, it is your turn.
What
Such
is
things happen in life.
a potion drinking?
It's a bonus action, at least in my rule. It's
Okay.
2d4 plus 2.
So I can do that and attack?
You can still make your attack action, yes.
Cool.
Good move,
Uh,
but not far.
you said 2d4 plus 2?
Yes. 7. Not bad.
Not terrible.
That's one dude's crossbow. Just remember that.
The one right to the... Where am I? Yeah, to the left of me.
Okay. Not a 1. Not a 1. Not a 1! Okay.
Alright.
You don't get your sneak attack because you're still within 5 feet of another creature, but it only had 11 HP as you slice it in half with your greatsword.
Yes!
Yeah, I've done nothing. Woo! It's
No.
party.
If you move, you will take an attack of opportunity from the one guy.
You can move around so he's in front of you.
You could move around him, but other than that,
Because there are other guys that seem to be coming my way.
there are a few.
I'll risk it.
Okay?
She gonna risk it.
Is that... I didn't...
That's not a bad idea. Scimitar attack. It misses.
Nimble
Ooh.
escape.
Ooh, I do have a quick question, Eric.
Yes.
Will I be able to sneak attack this guy? Well, not
You
sneak
are
attack,
hidden,
but
so you have advantage on the attack.
Yeah!
Awesome.
It is
It's
Oz
true, underneath the table.
Good's turn.
Oz, you can do it, buddy. Don't die. No! He's...
It's 2 for
almost
2 on the
dead.
fail or success. Osgood might be going down.
Oh my god. It's a 50-50 chance if Osgood dies
Man,
his
just
next turn.
throw your
everyone.
staff at him. It's not going to work, but still. It's a good idea.
Fine, we didn't care if he died anyway.
So let me ask this: can I pick up my staff as just a bonus action?
You can just pick it
or
up, yeah.
Free action.
Yeah.
All right. So I this time I do pick up my staff, and tell me this:
Throw it.
if I'm here, does that give me at least partial line of sight on this fella?
Yeah, he'd have cover.
Okay, so +2 to AC.
It's probably closer to half cover with how much is in that, so +4.
Doesn't matter because I'm using necrotic.
I knew that was the question either way. I knew the answer, but
And it does 1 damage.
I crit. It does no damage.
No.
Because
Wait, did that guy take the extra before?
it's a cantrip. It doesn't actually do half damage.
Yeah, it doesn't do half damage on a fail because it is a cantrip, right? And that ends my turn. Boo. Now I'm out in the
I'ma shoot.
open.
I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head.
All right.
Hopefully.
You're gonna need to
Let's find
move
out if I
like
do
up
anything.
closer to him to do it. So you need to be like right
I'm gonna
here.
tumble out from underneath and say something witty and creative, with a very heavily Canadian accent.
18.
And probably regret that decision
No,
immediately.
you do 14
Wait, no, I
damage.
did 18, that's right.
Yep, you do 14
Four.
damage to the guy who had 1 HP.
Yeah, full kill.
You just blow his head off.
I carried this fight, guys.
You use your bonus action to reload.
It was our turn to
Of
save
course.
you anyway, technically. Luke,
Bandit's
so.
turn. They hear the one hears the loud gunshot from inside the house and comes running towards the doorway. 5, 10, kicks it open. It's not
Pretty
locked.
sure you'd hear it from the other side of the house.
It hears it within the house. And he takes a shot at you. 11. Missing.
Oh, he better hope to God he can get out of that house before I shoot him.
10, 15. This one's going to make an attack against L. 14 for 2. You take 2 damage, L. As this one now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That should be the angle for that shot.
No,
You have
can't shoot
you have
from
half
there.
cover.
That's
You have half
that's-
cover. You get
that's
plus 4.
3/4 cover. That's 3/4 cover. Come on, you shoot
I
through a
don't think
window
there
at
is
somebody
3/4.
who's not even
Pretty
window
sure
height.
it's quarter.
It should be full cover.
Is it half, 3/4? Either way, it's
How
the
tall
plus.
is this window?
It's the plus 4.
3 feet off the ground? I'm only 3 feet tall. Come on, full cover.
Full cover. That's fair. You had to climb into it, so. 30.
20.
He ends his turn there. As it. Oh, the one has to attack you, man. Don't let me forget that.
Oh, damn it. I thought you forgot. I was so happy.
15, 20, and he swings just straight down at you, as you like nimbly dodge out of the way.
I'm Needle.
You're up, Al.
Ah, not today.
The hat is really there just for deception purposes. To make me look
You slice the
precise.
heck, it's cut off, and then just reattached since it's magical. 21 hits without an
go.
issue as you do 20 damage to the guy who had 2 HP.
That's what I'm talking about. Sneaky greatsword.
What else do you do, Al? That
let's
fit really well with the
see.
song.
Just remember, we got 4 more people to kill.
You have 3.
That many?
You have 3.
More.
No, you're forgetting about somebody else who's in a black robe that we were supposed to kill first.
Trace Moss. Well, he's gone, right? He left. Did he
Yeah,
not?
you guys don't see him. Like, you're looking around, like, where L is kind of where he was at last scene, and she doesn't see him around right now.
He
I dash.
disappeared.
So you dash down and around. Okay, cool.
That motherfucker was misty stepping all over.
You see Magnus in combat with one of the bandits. As we see whether or not Osgood lives or dies.
Oh, Ozzy. Here it is, everyone. The final moment. If it's a 10 or above, Osgood lives. If it's a 9 or below, Osgood dies. Just so everyone at home knows. And I'm gonna go roll it right now.
Chaste and
Oh!
pure because of his absence.
We watch as
Osgood's
Osgood,
dead.
blood just pools out under him as his body finally gives out. But
Can we loot his body when we're done?
we do see Osgood's afterlife as quite a happy one. He was not a sinner. He may not have had a lot of values or riches, but his afterlife is much more pleasant than what we saw from L's and Magnus's when they were temporarily deceased.
All right.
Poor Osgood.
Poor Ozzy.
He did not go out as he loved to live.
And it's Magnus's turn, right?
It is Magnus's turn.
I hope we can kill him.
Oh, me too. All right. Part of me wants to just try and stick him with my dagger, but I know that's a bad idea. Yeah, I'll go ahead and, I don't know, I'm actually thinking about trying to Ray of Frost in case I need to run from him. Necrotic Shroud's more likely to hit, I feel like.
It does,
Yes!
as soul is ripped from his body.
Yes, one more. I'm just collecting souls for my collection.
Do you move anywhere?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna move towards,
No.
L now that I see her.
Okay. Do you say anything as you see her?
I say, L, Oz is dead! I run towards her.
Now, here's the question. Do I run for it out the window and face that one guy, or do I try to kill the guy in front of me?
The guy in front of you
That's what
looks.
I really have to ask.
That's like your 4th crit this entire session.
He dead.
As you're like, L, oh, this is dead. As you watch a hole blow through the wall on the backside, behind where that bandit's
Body
at.
fly
Just
it?
goes,
Can the
yeah,
body fly out?
body flies out, and you just see parts just like roll everywhere.
Hell yeah, overkill. That's what we like in this building, this house.
Okay. There is one left. It is now his. Do you move anywhere? Do you reload, or what do you do to finish your turn?
Of course I reload. Now
You-
I'm gonna, move to the doorway
Okay.
where this guy currently is.
This is now the bandit's
Or
turn.
should I say was?
10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh, goodness.
30. He cannot see anything. He readies his action, just not sure where anybody's at, and just with his crossbow out. L, you are up.
Well, let's see if this goes at all how I want it to.
You got it.
My character sheet went away. Hold on.
Oh!
Oh man, she ran
Oh,
away from
I
me.
apologize.
Let's put you
I-
back over here,
Yeah.
you cheater.
Okay. Here.
Alright, as you come around the corner, he lets loose a crossbow bolt in your face.
Oh, shit.
And he misses.
That's good.
Yeah, these guys suck.
You just
crossbow
swerve
bolts.
sideways, it flies by, you come just uppercutting with your greatsword, I presume. You come uppercutting, just slice right through him, and just it
Yeah.
slams down.
Fucking
Oh,
critical
shit.
hit. You're kidding me. That was the last one, right?
That is the last one. Everything
max damage.
is dead.
Everyone in chat gets 500 XP because we won, and also I'm sending all of you a plate of spaghetti and meatballs via USPS. Thank you so much.
Hey, can I ask a quick question though to the
Holy
GM?
Yes.
Why is it things that are half the size get hit more often than things that are twice my size?
Because
The gnome
You
with the
are
halfling got
not-
hit by all
'cause
the crossbow bolts,
you're
and
stubby.
the human misses everything.
Yeah, it's because you're
Nothing.
stubby and like a funner target. It's kind of like reminds them like when they're trying to learn to target practice. You're about the same size as the target, whereas L is kind of like skinnier and taller, and they're just not used to shooting.
That
that.
logic does
I would
not
say,
work.
well, your body is half the size, but your voice is twice the size.
No
so they always
shit,
know where
right?
the fuck you are.
All right. Well, since it's 10 o'clock and I needed to go to bed 6 minutes ago,
We went a little over tonight, about an hour, but
Which is
thanks
fine.
everyone. I just want to say real quick, everyone who rated and is still here hanging out and gave us a follow, you guys are awesome. We do a
Yes.
bunch of different streams on this channel. Amel does this Dungeons and Dragons game for us tonight. On Wednesday, I Dungeon Master an in-person D&D game where we're all sitting in the same room. Momo does a show on Friday where she plays Final Fantasy. Galfaskin does a show on Wednesday mornings where he plays PUBG with friends. We have Tommy Said What on Thursdays, painting miniatures, like dungeon miniatures and the like. So everyone who's tuned in, please tune in more. Come back and check on us. Holden is a guest sometimes. And we love you guys. Thanks so much, everyone who rated. And thanks to Amel for being an awesome DM.
Yeah.
And thanks to my party for saving my ass. Amel, anything you wanna
Yeah.
plug? Let's plug your channel before we go.
yeah, I stream on my own channel typically. I have a game on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. CST with a different group of kind of newer players. It's interesting to say the least. I have been this week. I'll probably be streaming a little bit more Monster Hunter because I am all alone this week. The fiance is in Tennessee for a week, so
Ooh,
Oh,
boys got the
I-
run of the house. Yeah.
basically,
Video games in your
but
underwear. Are you just like eating food off your bare belly in a chair and playing Monster Hunter?
it's
at
basically
home?
exactly how it's been going.
I
Like
knew
how,
it.
exactly how it's going. But yeah, I do
Also,
that game.
before-
Good.
Sorry to interrupt. Before we go, did you see my Discord message with you?
Did not because I have to check it on this or I mess up the cameras.
Okay. Well, I'll type it in the game chat.
Okay. Other than that, you guys, yeah, you can check me out on Twitch.tv, a melon which Charlie just put in chat. So if you want to give me a follow, it is always greatly appreciated. Also, yes, I will play our new intro that we just started out today. I'm going to turn off this music so you guys can just listen to that, and then I will play some commercials, and then this stream will end. So we'll be back next week for this game, the Shadowguard, at 6 CST, 7 Eastern. If you want to come back and check it out. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks, guys.